And now it's time. Witch's Hex, ProtoMagicalGirl, the world ends with you.
The world ends with two, we.
The world ends with us.
The world is
The
ending?
world is ending with us.
Wait, who does the world end with? I'm not sure
Hello,
anymore.
Calithon. Yeah, the world is ending. It's ending with you.
The world ends
It's
with
your
Louis.
fault.
Oh no.
Oh, heck.
Wow.
All right, so we need the result of our bid war.
Buy $1 original soundtrack.
You made a decision today. And you know, like, it's fine. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
We live
All
in
right,
a society.
let's get started. We have 3.5 hours. We'll get the introductions in later.
Yeah, all right. Should I give a countdown?
Go for it.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
And now I don't play the game for like 12 minutes. So, hey, what's up? This is The World Ends With You. It was released on the DS by Square Enix at some point. And then later, like last year, was re-released on the Switch. This is the Switch port. The Switch port has new, redesigned, high-resolution graphics, a bump-in remix soundtrack that you don't get to hear. It's okay, the original is good. And co-op, which is what we're doing. We're going to be playing this game at the same time, except for I'm not going to do that for like 12 minutes. But hey, it's fine. I just get to relax. All the world needs is me.
I got my values.
So you can keep yours, all right.
Our main character is a bit of a tool for quite some time.
He's
Yeah,
an
this-
edgelord, but he changes, and for the better.
This is a game about this
Personal
boy here,
change.
Neku, growing and changing and becoming less of just honestly a jerk.
He is quite a jerk.
Shoutouts to character arcs.
Yeah,
Yeah?
that happens a lot in this game, and for the better.
All right, why don't we get some introductions going while we've got some cutscenes. So, hi, I'm ProtoMagicalGirl. My pronouns are it, it's, or she, her. I'm player 2.
I am Witch's Hex. I'm going to have to do all the painful mashing. My pronouns are she, her.
I only have to do the combat.
Mr. Shasta, pronouns are he, him.
Oh, here we are. Hi. I'm Leggy Starscream, hiding behind Witch's Hex, pronoun she, her.
And over there at the end of the couch, the official designated plushie holder of this speedrun, that's Violet Moon.
I am the designated
Ding.
headphones haver. Is my main role.
We did a practice run of this earlier, and we didn't have any sound. It's nice to have the sound again.
Oh god, this game is very different without the sound, as it turns out.
Yeah, this game is an amazing soundtrack and just amazing everything. Literally
Yeah,
everything.
you're already experiencing it.
Yeah. It will get better.
This is definitely the best Final Fantasy.
You're not wrong.
This is my favorite Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah, that's where I first got introduced to this character outside of playing the DS version.
So let's talk about what's happening while we have a second. So our protagonist Neku has woken up in the middle of the Shibuya scramble, and a timer has appeared.
On his hand.
He can read people's minds.
He has a weird pin. We don't really know what's going on other than that, but we're going to fight some frogs now.
Are we?
Well, we're certainly going to try.
I mean, you.
I'm sure, as a woman of honor, you will put in a great... Okay.
No, I gotta bounce.
I gotta say, though, The World Ends With You is definitely my favorite Xandra Evangelite novel. Anyways, enjoy this cutscene. It's really good.
I don't have to mash during it, so I like it. So here's a bunch of scenes that are definitely going to happen in the game. All
Yep.
of them.
This definitely isn't misdirection at all whatsoever.
Most of it-
Rhyme jumping off an exploding building is my favorite part of The World Ends
Who's
With You.
rhyme? All of these scenes definitely really happen.
Yeah.
So here's a bunch of characters we won't meet for like an hour.
Yep.
You'll fall in love with them, though.
Oh, you will.
Yes.
And you'll
Yeah.
slowly start to recognize the outfits on the couch.
Well, if you can see. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to cuddle for a bit.
I guess so. So shouts to that person. And that
That's a person.
Those people as well.
And that person.
And those people, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, the real people who created this game, obviously.
Yeah. Like that person.
You mean the Reapers?
Shoutouts to Tetsuya Nomura.
Agreed, actually.
Yeah, 100%.
We've got some shady figures in the background here that are talking about some stuff.
One of them has a
Oh,
lollipop.
Shoutouts to one frame of Joshua there.
Shout out to you, the person watching this. Y'all are
The
pretty
world
cool.
ends with you.
You.
You know what? Shoutouts to shoutouts.
Shout out to that. I had to say that, I'm sorry.
Hey, you! Make a pact with me! Okay, sure, yeah, why not? Let's do it.
These two are going to team up now.
So, this is our first partner character. This is Shiki. Shiki is the best girl. She's wonderful and pure and deserves the world.
Agreed.
Her combat power, her psych, is her plush, Mr. Mew. Shasta, do you have Mr.
I'm
Mew?
gonna go get.
So let's talk
Okay,
about combat.
go get Mr. Mew.
Let's talk about combat here for a second. So I basically have pins that I activate with different motion controls. Right now it's just me.
Again, I start speedrunning in like 6 or 7 minutes.
I also move with motion controls. All I have right now is this fire pin. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to move in such a way to manipulate the frogs into grouping up together. This way I can kill them all at once, and I
Easy.
don't have to recharge my pin, because if they were split up, I would have to wait for it to recharge.
Yeah, so the way this game works essentially is the difficulty of the controls is sort of baked into the difficulty and learning curve of the game. It's expected that you're not good at playing this game your first time through. So when you're a speedrunner and can fluidly do all of the different pin motions in rapid succession, you just get to like romp through everything.
Most of them. Some of them genuinely do not work very well.
Yeah, there are some bugs in this version of the game. It happens. So the way the story of this game works is basically we have to survive for a week. We don't really know why yet, but that's what's going on. So our first mission today that we have to survive is we have to make it to 10-4, which is right there. Welcome to Shibuya. We're going to be spending, 1 week here.
Just one.
Just one.
Entire week. That's a long time.
7 whole
You
days.
have Mr. Mew!
I'm hugging
What?
He's
So
T-posing right now.
for right now, I'm going to have to do these fights kind of in the way they expect you to do the single player of this game. Although if you're playing this casually, I highly encourage you to just do it 1P2C.
Yeah.
I haven't unlocked co-op yet, so now we're going to do it like this. Basically, I have an extra attack that I can call on that is Shiki. She can kind of just throw Mr. Mew at people like that.
Talk about seamless! The joke is that Shiki is the sewist.
Is that the word for it?
There's like
I
5
don't think
official
it is.
words.
Yeah,
Seems
we
true.
had a podcast episode about this. We confirmed from an expert source that it was sewist.
Oh, I thought it was seamstress.
It's everything.
Either way.
So we're going
Yeah,
to
some
pick
more
them
frog
up.
manips,
These frogs are actually different than the other frogs.
despite the fact that they look the same.
They have more health, so I can't just get them in one fire.
Also
But-
note that we don't have health yet. You can't die right now. This is still the tutorial.
Yes, you can get hit by enemies, but you can't get hurt. Only Neku can take damage, and that will be true even when we're doing co-op.
So now we have a big boy. You might think that the big boys in this game are something to be feared because they are large and intimidating looking. The enemy designs in this game are super duper cool with the combination of like real animals and the sort of like more artistic abstract limbs and stuff like that. But anyways,
They're all based on music stuff, at least in terms of their names.
yeah, they're all also named after music genres. But the thing is, the big enemies are slow and have large hitboxes, which actually makes them our best friends. So when we have our pick of the litter on what noise we fight, we're going to be going for big ones generally. And that was day 1. We survived. 1 out of 7.
Yeah, wow. It only took us 8 minutes. We must be on great pace.
Whoa.
I mean, like, if there's only 7 days, gee, we're cruising through this.
I hear day 5 is just a trash fire.
I don't even remember which one day 5 is, so I cannot comment.
I do, but I don't want to say what it is, so we can save it as a surprise for our viewers. So Neku and Shiki passed out and woke up in this area that if they look slightly to the right, they would see the end of the game. But they won't for some reason.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, to the right of the screen is endgame, but you can't go there right now.
And they haven't looked at it, even though there's a huge visual indicator that that's the case.
Yeah. Weird, there's another one of these red hoodie guys. Let's try scanning them.
Oh, I can't read this person's mind.
Huh, weird.
What?
So this is a Reaper. Reapers work for the game, sort of, that they're all playing, that we know nothing about right now. The Reaper told us to do something, and then he removed the wall for us, so we can move forward.
Yep.
Every day we need to complete a mission, and this Reaper told us to kill all this noise. Now, this noise is still tutorial. The way it works is each one of these fights gives me different pins to work with. All these pins work differently. And at the end of this, they'll give me all these pins to keep. Frogs won't. These frogs are kind of difficult to manipulate, so what I'm going to do here is the backup, where I use...
These frogs really don't want to cooperate, huh?
Yeah, those were some mean frogs.
Yeah, you'll learn to love frogs this week, and then next week it's crabs. I mean, there's no next week. What am I talking about?
So that was that one. That's the one that has the highest potential to go poorly with bad stuff. This one is RNG as well. So the positioning of this motorcycle is what determines how fast this goes. Unfortunately, not the best positioning on the motorcycle, but it's a very minor difference. Flinging stuff does way more damage than anything else we have right now at this point in the game.
Yeah, the only problem with pins that move objects is that they're subject to the random spawns of what you get on the battlefield. But for these orange noise, the orange noise are like basically, you know, instanced battles that have the same setup every time.
And
So you know that you're going to get that motorcycle even if you don't know exactly where it is. And this is a slashing pin.
it works the best of all the pins. We'll always be using a slashing pin during the run. There will be no point at which we don't have a slashing pin equipped.
Huh?
So now we have coming up on the next. Well, we have more mashing. Neku, for some reason, everyone has these player pins that let them read minds. Neku, for some reason, has 2. I'm sure this won't be referenced again.
Yeah, that's probably not important.
Neku is also able to use every pin, whereas everyone else seems to only be able to use some pins. Anyway, now we have what's honestly some of the hardest stuff in the game, mashing through dialogue trees.
Yay!
So these are beat and rhyme. They're partnered up, they're other players. So we have a bunch of dialogue options we need to choose from. We need to choose all of them. The problem is we need to choose all of them once, and I need to mash through more dialogue if I mess up my menu in here. And because all of the menus are motion controls, it's really easy to do this. So typically what I'm going to do is select an option and then point my joystick upwards a bit. This way I can't accidentally menu into something else. Or downwards.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that these dialogue trees make you use motion controls, because it's just slow and clunky and just so error-prone unless you have, like, perfect robot hands.
I do not have perfect robot hands. I have imperfect human hands, so
Yeah.
hopefully I won't do that at any point. But successful dialogue tree there. So I finally unlocked the ability to pause the game.
Yay!
We did.
Now I could equip pins right now, but I'm actually going to wait because I get one more thing after this when I try to pass this wall. It's another wall with another Reaper.
Ouch.
So talking here unlocks co-op. So we can finally play together. Now we have an actually pretty difficult part of the game, and I'm not joking, pairing the controllers quickly. If you don't have the controllers on a flat surface when you do this, they will actually not sync properly, and they'll be prone to drifting.
Any day now.
Hey.
Hey.
Controller pairing RTA 1259. Woo!
Yeah!
The sub 13, baby.
Hello, menu.
Yeah, so for our first 2 pins, we're going to take Slash and Flick, because those are really good. And now I get to play the video game.
Yay!
So
video games.
instead of Shiki just being 1 pin, I'm playing as Shiki, and Shiki has 3 pins. So this is where the combat is going to start being a lot of fun.
So let's talk about the sync attack meter real quick, now that it actually is appearing. So what this sync attack meter does is we get a damage boost based on the number there. It goes between, you can get it between 1 and 2. So we want to be hitting the same enemy back and forth, kind of. That way we can do more damage.
Yep.
That's easier said than done in a lot of cases. But
Yeah.
it's the general goal is to be hitting back and forth. Keeping our pins up at the same time is a big part of that.
Watch yourself.
And meanwhile, I'm going to be throwing this giant truck at frogs. As you do.
As you do.
Anyway, Neku has reached level 2.
So level's going to be important in this game. Naturally, when you level up, you get better stats. The stats in this game are health, which is health, attack and defense, which are attack and defense, and bravery. Bravery is the mechanic that basically allows you to wear better gear. So this game is all about fashion, as you may have noticed. Everyone's fashionable. This game is bright and beautiful and like just extremely gorgeous and extremely fashionable. So we're going to be putting on cooler and cooler clothes as the run goes along. The route we're doing is called the Negotiator route. We are going to basically work our way up to a really cool red leather jacket called the Negotiator. That's going to give us tons and tons of attack.
So basically, we were told to delete the noise off Hachiko, this statue here, which is based on a real dog from Japan, and you can read up on Hachiko.
Hachiko is a really good boy.
Really good dog.
Best doggo.
If you want to go read like Hachiko's Wikipedia article or something. Anyway, there's no noise on the statue, so what's the deal with that? Well, this guy knows.
That guy knows.
What do you say, though?
This guy who really likes statues. Anyway, now we gotta polish a statue, which Neku is embarrassed by. Note that no one can see our main characters.
Yeah, so our main characters are in a different plane of reality right now, called the Shibuya Underground. I don't know if that's actually been established yet, but it's true. And people from the real ground can't see the underground, but people from the underground can sort of affect the real ground in various ways. But anyways, here's some wolves. So this fight is great because they're all just like joined together like this, and we can just hit them all super easily and keep that 2.0 sync up absolutely beautiful.
Who's next?
Then we get to fight our favorite boss, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yep. Yeah, it's time for Shadow the Hedgehog.
Fortunately, we're not getting some of the drops we need, so that might result in a little bit of grinding we're gonna have to do later.
Yeah, so there's a couple drops and materials we're going to be looking forward to get throughout this run, namely rare metal. We'll see how things go. Nothing is going to be disastrous. So this is Shadow the Hedgehog. When you have a boss with its own unique health meter, you don't need to fight any of the other enemies on screen, but the way this fight works, because the wolves run around like this, they end up right where Shadow the Hedgehog is, allowing us to boost our sync meter up way high and absolutely trash that boss.
Yeah, that boss is dies fast.
Yeah. That's one of those nice things where it just sort of works out that the wolves run right over there and then you're hitting 3 enemies at once. And it's just great. That's how it's done.
It is how it's done.
In fact, that's even how you did it.
It's true.
So we're gonna summarize this cutscene. Hey Neku, kill your friend Shiki. What? No. Please for me? Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna add a comment, but like I can't. That's just what happens here.
It's true.
Shiki's like, Neku, don't kill me. And Neku's like, I have to. And she's like, wait, why? And Neku's just like, cause that one told me to.
This clearly evil person told me to. I need to murder you.
I have to.
Anyway, now we get a cutscene.
Don't kill me. I have to.
You really don't.
Neku has some problems right now. Let's be honest.
He's not a
He'll get
good
there, though.
person.
You'll get there, though.
I believe.
I believe.
You have failed me for the last time.
And that's the end of day 3. Day 2?
Day 2.
Day 2.
I lose track easily.
Second one.
Yeah, no, this is day 3 because this is sort of the first real day of the game. You're going to see more of the kind of the standard form of how days tend to go, and we have a lot more freedom. We're going to do some shopping today. We're going to have a grand old time romping around
Smash,
Shibuya.
by the way. I don't know if you saw the thing in the background. It looks like the Smash logo. Neku confirmed for Smash.
Neku
Neku for Smash.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, shoutouts to Shiki being dead.
Yeah, Shiki is
For
definitely
reals.
dead for reals.
Yeah, she's gone.
I mean, Shiki is dead for reals, but we can get into that later.
Yeah.
There we go.
Double dead.
Smash logo.
Oh yeah, that is the Smash logo.
Told you. It's just like slightly, like, tilted a little bit. Rotated. I don't know.
Ah, she's fine.
Oh, Shiki's okay.
So,
After Neku tried to murder her.
So we're now going to see a cutscene. That we're actually going to see this cutscene in pieces over the course of the next week.
This is Sine Hanakoma. He is essentially the referee of the game. He keeps the Reapers in line, following the rules, and helps the players out where necessary. And oh god, he's stylish as hell.
Oh,
He's got
look at him.
great hair.
He runs a cafe down on Cat Street.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't know what's happening, but I'm
It's
down for it.
comfy in here now.
Now it's comfy. All we got is a light of the screen.
Yeah. True gamer aesthetic.
Yes.
Hey, it's to fit inside. We're in a completely dark room. It's dark in the game.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Way to go, Calithon.
Yeah,
Really
wow.
going the extra mile to make our run an immersive experience.
All right, we're outside the room now. We can have our lights back.
I'm waiting for it.
We're just sitting. We're basking in the glow of the Red
Okay,
Bull
we're-
fridge.
So this is Sevens. Sevens is the leader of a band called Deathmatch. They're a cool metal band in this universe. He's also a Reaper, just by the way.
What? No.
No.
Yeah, no, you can just barely not see his wings hanging off the edge of the frame. He has a sore throat. I'm sure that won't be a relevant plot point.
I mean, it really isn't, unless you're paying very close attention to stuff.
Yeah, so that's sort of a hint at a little side quest we're going to do today. We're going to get Sevens some cough drops.
Hey!
All right, so now it's time to go shopping. So in this universe, when you go in stores, people from the real ground can see you.
Only if they have a symbol drawn on them.
Yeah, you know.
Impeccable.
We're gonna buy this ribbon bonnet.
We're going to give
I
it to
look
Shiki.
forward to your next visit.
So, the way this game works, I sort of mentioned the bravery scale. The clothes that require the highest bravery are dresses, biker gear, and gothic Lolita fashion. So, that's kind of what we're going to be working our way up towards. Shiki has an extremely high bravery from the get-go, so we can just give her pretty much anything. And over the course of the game, the partners you get are just going to kind of scale down in bravery to make things harder. So here's some more dialogue. Hanakoma's telling us about the game. Enjoy good music. RELAX.
So basically what we're learning here is that gotta do the missions. If someone doesn't clear the mission every day, it doesn't have to be you necessarily, but if some player doesn't clear the mission, everyone dies.
Yeah.
And also Reapers aren't allowed to attack you until the last day. We
Well,
also
on the
got-
last day, only the Game Master is allowed to, but...
No, Reapers are allowed to attack you on the last day directly. So we got a pin here. Basically, if you notice that meter in the top right for sync, we can use that to do like a big attack that does a lot of damage, and we have to play a mini game for. We will use it exactly once per character.
That's true, actually.
The reason is it takes 26 entire seconds to use,
You're good as gone.
and it's only worth it for some very, very specific fights.
It's something it's used a lot casually though. Like
It
it's
is-
very, very useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also boosts your drop rate in battles, which is really useful if you're playing casually.
Easy.
Yeah, and honestly, I found the mini games to be super fun to play in the casual run.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
agreed.
mini games are real neat. You'll see all of them through the course of the run. All right, so now we're gonna fight our first pig. Yeah, no, we do that on the way back.
No, yeah, we need to get food first.
I'll say as well too about the minigames that they're actually exclusive to both the iOS port of this game and also this version of the game. Not
Really?
actually in the DS version.
Yeah, one of the big things about the original DS version is, well, DS stands for dual screens. It had two screens, so you had Neku on
Why are you buying shoyu
one
ramen?
screen.
Because I missed menu.
and your partner on the other one, which
Oh, good thing we have plenty of money.
meant that
I
you
need
had
to sell
some
something.
interesting different controls going on between the two. When they ported it to things that only had one
Accidentally
screen,
bought the wrong thing. Oops.
Yep. So in case of the DS version, you're using the D-pad to actually control your partner on the top screen. In this case, Shiki. And then the bottom screen, you're touching it
You
and
need
like doing
Tonkatsu.
network battle stuff that you see like in this version of the game with Neku.
yeah, and so if you played the DS version, one of the things you'd find very quickly is that controlling Neku and your partner at the same time was aggressively brain-breaking.
It's really hard, but honestly very rewarding if you can master it.
Yeah.
Which,
Usually, I just hold down the whole time.
Yeah, which to be honest, I never could, but
Yeah.
there's definitely just an amazingly high skill ceiling.
So,
Yeah, if you held down, you just kind of dodge the whole time. So,
something-
I recommend that.
So something you may notice is that from the menu, I have the option to lower my level, and I have been doing it. Now, what that does is that boosts drop rate, which is important because I need certain drops throughout the game. I'll be pretty much having level minimized for the first 2 weeks, and then maxed for the third one.
Wait, there's a third week?
No,
No,
no.
Oh.
All right, good. I got enough 500 yen pins.
that's good. We need 500 yens tomorrow. Ideally, we wouldn't have to grind for them, and we won't, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
Hooray.
Ideally, we would have gotten some yesterday, and I could have put it out of my mind, but all 3 enemies dropped them there, which is good. So the way
Pig.
level scaling works is that when you level up, you get a defense boost, an attack
Pig.
boost.
Oh, okay, you did it. I
Yeah.
thought you were about to go up to A East.
Nope. Pig. Pigs are enemies that always spawn on specific screens. Once each pig is unique, and they all have an individualized reward. We're going to fight 4 pigs in the run. 2 because we need the rewards, 2 because we need the fights. I'll explain the fights ones later.
Also,
Pigs are the metal
cute.
slimes of this game. They give you bonus rewards if you can find them, basically.
And these ones the ones in this level give a ton of money.
Yeah.
Also, they're very cute.
That is also true. So one thing we didn't get a chance to cover there was we started eating food. So food in this game, a food item takes a certain number of bites to eat. You eat 1 bite per battle you fight, and food gives you, stat boosts and other stuff like that. So we're going to be feeding Neku a lot of bravery food to start the run.
Here we're going to hope we get some long boys spawning right here. Nope,
No long boys. We need to fight 2 long boys.
You gotta get past that Reaper. Well, here's
there's
Long Boy
one.
Con.
Oh, there's 2 more.
Long Boy Con 2019, right here in Santa Barbara.
Let's go, Sam. Barbara.
So yeah, big thing we're going to be doing in combat is
cheeky.
going to be making sure to hit the same enemy and trying to go for big groups first just to build sync faster.
Yeah, we sort of have like an unspoken code of which enemies we hit when. Because we've been running this game for a fairly long time.
We
But
also
in terms of food, so we fed Neku tonkotsu ramen, which is bravery, and we fed Shiki some miso ramen, which is going to give her some more attack, because Shiki
Oh.
doesn't need any bravery.
Oh, but the thing with levels is that when you minimize your level, the only stat you actually lose out on is health increases. You still keep your attack, you still keep your defense, and you still keep your bravery bonuses. So it's not really a big deal to lower attack, or to lower level. And it boosts drops. Which technically take time to drop, but in the early game we need a lot of these things, so...
Yeah, I mean, the money is helpful, and certain materials are going to be are going to be pretty necessary for completing the game.
I don't think we've covered this yet as well, but like,
Hey.
you notice how some of the enemies on the screen that when we pulled the enemies there
You know
were
what
like
the-
different sizes?
You know what this game needs more of? Memes.
Memes.
Wait, what's a meme?
I've
I don't
never
know,
heard of
let's-
a meme before in my life.
What's a meme?
Memes.
Well,
Meme.
class, it's time we learned about memes.
Oh my gosh, I just heard the best meme.
Oh?
Blackout.
Memes
XD.
are for imprinting.
Yep, use them to brainwash living people. Just like in real life.
Heyo.
Anyway, Shasta, you wanted to say a thing. Sorry,
yeah.
we had to meme first, but
It's
go
all
ahead.
good, understandable. So basically, you notice how before on the previous screen, all enemies were different sizes.
Ice cream
so, like,
shopping.
So
Not
like,
yet.
All right, we
smaller,
get on the way
smaller
back up.
size enemies, they give you like less experience. There's usually less of them in general on the battlefield. The long boys that we fought, they give you like a lot more experience. They're like, they're really good. Like they give you a lot more enemies as well too. The big ones, same deal. They all just scales up like that. So just want to point that out really quick.
Yep, and big ones are actually the easiest ones for us usually because they have the biggest hitboxes.
Yeah, we like the biggins. So here's another pig. I think this is the same style of pig as the last one,
Yes,
because,
it is.
again, early game. Easy.
You got bling.
Sup, who's
The
next?
pigs have a wide variety of gimmicks. Everything from like splits into different pieces to like you need to turn your switch off and back on to kill it.
That was my
great.
favorite pig. There's one pig that you start the battle and it's sleeping, and if you try to attack it, it runs away. You have to actually put your Switch to sleep and then boot it up again, and the pig will die.
That's
Admittedly,
hilarious.
it made more sense on the 3DS where you just had to, or on the DS where you just had to close it and open it.
So we just picked up another meme, Fuse. We're gonna use that to brainwash some people, as you do with memes.
That's the one that's required to progress the game, but there's actually a very, very well-hidden side quest here. There's actually a hidden meme here with this random girl here that gives you the cough drops meme. Now, what you're supposed to do is send the tech over to get the fuse so that you can turn on the lights. And
Yeah, the
finish mission.
power's out in A East, this concert venue. In order to complete our mission today, we need to defeat the master of A East, so presumably we need to turn on the lights first. Presumably. We're just kind of going along with that. But first, we're going to send the tech to go get some cough drops.
This is an absurdly well-hidden side quest.
Yeah. We were running this game for a while, and we didn't even know this existed. We were just wondering, why don't we have enough money for the route?
So now I'm going to sell these 5,000s, get some money.
You know, I've played this game like a few, like definitely a few times by this point, all the way through. I actually did that like every single time, gotten that
Welcome to
exact meme.
Sunshine.
This kind of happens like that sometimes.
2.
We're going to buy 8 ice cream cones. The main progression structure of this game is eating ice cream until you're brave enough to wear cool clothes. Ice cream is a great food for just massing bravery, because it takes like 5 bites and gives you 3 bravery, which is a pretty good dealio.
So you get 24 bites a day, but you can reuse the last 8, if that makes sense. Or the last 6, rather. So what that means is so if something costs more than 6 bites, we're limited on how much of it we can eat. But since ice cream only costs 5 bites, we can eat as much ice cream as we want throughout the run.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have to digest it. You take 1 bite of food every time you finish a battle.
All right, so now the tech has gotten the cough drops. Now he's going to go back and get the fuse, again, from the same store. We have to go watch him do it. This guy is not the most proactive.
No, he will never buy that fuse unless you watch him.
There is one more mechanic about food that might be relevant tonight.
We don't use it for sync ever.
Specifically, the fact that this run is so late. At midnight in real time, all of your bites clear out and you can eat again.
We started the run after midnight on the Switch's clock. You can look in the upper right corner and see our Switch is in Eastern time.
Well, that's fine. We don't have that routed in anyway.
Yeah.
Never mind,
we
I'm
had
lying to you.
Okay, first we have to do this boss fight. I need to attack this boss 3 times with my tap attack.
This boss is...
Please, please.
You got it.
Yes.
You got
Okay.
it.
Okay. This boss is really hard.
They didn't translate
okay.
this one really well from the 3DS version, in honesty.
Here it comes.
I got kind of a poor bat setup here.
Okay, we might still be able to get the one.
So
cycle.
we wanna one cycle this boss.
Here it comes.
Please, please, Shiki.
All right, we're probably failing the one cycle. The one cycle is absurdly tough.
Yeah.
So boss health meters are actually very deceptive. The second health meter is
Oh, I don't
unlocked-
have any more of the attack. That's annoying.
Again.
This boss is very tough.
Yeah,
boss
that
health-
did not go our way. We got bad bat spawns, and that was just like, oh, you cannot, you can't have the right amount of ammo.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
But yeah, the second health bar is actually a lot smaller than the first one, even though it looks the same size. See?
Yeah, that was great.
It's a nice little mechanical touch that makes the end of the that makes you reveal really good and cool at the end of the battle. So we just got Poison Bones. Poison Bones is a really, really good pin. It's a passive pin. You don't have to do anything with it. It automatically inflicts Defense Break on some enemies. Defense Break basically just lowers enemy defense, which is fantastic because it means we do more damage to them. Meanwhile, Beat and Rhyme just came in and saved the day and destroyed the actual Master of East, thus completing our mission.
Apparently that giant bat boss is not it.
Wow.
Well, no, it's always the small bat hiding behind the larger bat.
Oh,
who's
yeah,
the
yeah.
real power in play.
It's the real brains behind the
Oh,
operation.
look, it's more of this cutscene.
Yep. Yeah, there's more to this conversation.
So basically, if we don't win the game, we die. If we don't win the game, we die, and they've taken something from everyone as an entry fee. We don't know what they've taken from everyone else. They took Neku's memory, which is why he has no idea what's going on. They took everyone's most important thing to themselves. So Neku's memory is his most
More
important
mysterious characters here that we'll find out about later.
thing.
Who to trust? Actually, do want to take a quick second to shout out Oral. And Oral was supposed to be the one running this game. Unfortunately, he had to drop from Calithon. Oral's really good at this game. Despite being one person and we're two people, he's actually, he has a better time in this than us. Oral's real good, and Oral, we're going to do our best to put up a good run for you.
Yay, Oro.
More mysterious shaded figures in a mysterious, dramatic location.
Other people are the real noise. I'm Neku. I like being in this weird alternate dimension because no one tries to talk to me. That's seriously what he's talking about.
Yeah. So the mission today is reach Tower Records, which is not that far away. So Beat is like, hey, you want to race there? And then everyone's like, yeah, and then no one does. You got the shopping for today?
Yep, it's just the alives and the stickers.
I don't remember Tower Records. That's like a store in like the early 2000s. That thing that closed down. It existed. It's a real place, but now it's gone.
I mean, this Shibuya is based on the real Shibuya.
This is true.
Yeah, and I think if I recall correctly, they did like an incredibly detailed job of just making.
All right.
All right, we back?
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 Good.
All right. Let us continue then. Feel free to restart the timer.
Yeah, should I count down
Countdown,
to timer reset?
Yeah, countdown.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get back to it.
So welcome back to The World Ends With You. As I was saying, that guy over on the left there, that was the Prince, aka Eiji Oni, the pop celebrity of the town, runs a blog called F Everything. The F stands for fabulous. He writes about things that he thinks are cool. He sets the trends in this town, basically. So this cutscene is all about teaching us how to fashion.
So just a quick shout out to the Calithon staff for getting this stream back up so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge shout out.
Can't
The
confirm
screen
we
went
have
out,
good
and then there
people.
were like 15 staff people in here in like 3 seconds, and yeah, we're back.
Shasta, pull up Mr. Mew.
And, Mr. Mew.
All right, so now we're going to do some shopping.
Mew.
We're going to go to Wild Boar 10-4, and we're going to buy
Alright, so
2 alives.
Do you think we should get a third for rhyme? Nah.
Nah.
Supposed
Oh,
to
wrong,
there.
wrong store.
Come back soon.
Is that gonna work?
Come on in.
And so we're going to buy some stuff for
Sitting.
Shiki.
Thanks.
So
I'm
the
also balanced.
clothes that we're going to be buying over the course of this run are primarily going to come from Wild Boar and Tiger Punks, the two sort of like punky biker brands, because again, those have really good attack.
Oh no, it's
So we're gonna do a bunch of menuing in a bit, so we're gonna put that off for a little bit. The first thing is we need to farm some specific pins to get past the Reaper walls here.
Yeah, so we need the first Reaper wall here. We need what, 5 500s?
We need 2 1000s.
Oh, the 2 1000s first. Yeah, we need 2 1000s.
And these ones drop it.
Yeah, and the what drops the 1000 is the blue frogs, which you can find in the frog noise. We also need 500 yens, but as we mentioned a little while ago, we already got those because we usually get them well before the time has actually come for them to be useful.
That's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
I'm Neku. I'm cool.
Oh, cosplay.
Oink. Yeah.
Also, the game said cosplay.
Yeah, one of the people was thinking about cosplay.
Watch yourself. Like that? Yeah. Like that?
Nice. There.
That was nothing.
That was nuts.
Let's go, Mr. Mew.
Mr. Mew.
Losing's not an option.
Make Mr. Mew dab, thanks.
I will. On it, boss.
Shoutouts to the real meme of the run.
All right.
Do you mean Blackout?
Wait.
So now we can chain
Um,
fights together to make things go faster?
Yeah, it makes
Alright,
it go faster
there we
and
go.
also increases our drop odds.
There we
Just,
There we go. This It's an official plush, by the way. It's actually posable straight up. So that's,
Yeah, they describe it as an action plush, which is awesome. Okay, so the pin we just got there, Love Me
Action
Tether. Love Me Tether itself is pretty okay. We're going to start using it right now. The pin it evolves into, Sweet Talk Tether, is one of the best pins in the entire game. It's probably the second best pin, I would say, actually.
Yeah, well, it's the second best pin that's not in New Game Plus.
Yeah, there's some really cool stuff in New Game Plus. So this wall is going to demand we get the 500 yen pins. Already got them. Let's keep going, and we get free money for doing so.
I always love in RPGs when someone asks you to do a quest and you've just already got the stuff on hand.
Yeah. So here's Beat and Rhyme. Very alive.
I appreciate them.
mean,
For
for
that
a
quality.
certain value of alive.
Yeah, it depends on your definition, really. So yeah, we need to go to Tower Records. Hey, Tower Records is right here. We made it. High
Well,
five.
Yeah,
Can I
I mean,
five?
hey, you know what?
Don't leave me hanging.
Rhyme was in those
I got
cutscenes
you.
in the
Yes.
opening. I'm sure she'll be fine at the end of this, right?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen her jump off an exploding building yet, so she's probably gonna survive, right? Whoa, thematic motifs there.
Ooh.
Oof.
Oof.
That's rough.
Oh.
F.
Maybe we should have bought her one of those alives.
Yeah, but they give us an attack bonus. And she wouldn't have gotten, like, she's not even one of us, so.
Well. Sorry, Beat.
It'll be fine, though. You won't do anything rash about it anyways.
No, Beat's a very
Well,
smart and thoughtful
So if
man.
your partner in this game dies, you have 7 minutes before you die too. So beats on a timer here.
This won't be hard.
Shoutouts to this melancholic music, though.
I think it's actually added in the Final Remix later, correctly. It's so good. Just like the rest of the soundtrack, it's amazing.
The soundtrack of this game is so good. Where in the heck is my cursor going? I'm gonna recenter my cursor.
Who's next?
Sometimes cursors just start drifting. I'm honestly glad I didn't accidentally hit the sync attack button, because I was
Yeah, that would
close
have
to
been
it.
really bad. That can happen sometimes if you're not paying attention, and it's always super rough.
So Hanakoma's like, Beat, you need to come with me. I can keep you alive, but you have to come with me. And Beat's like, no, I want to go punch Noise. And he's like, Beat, you can't do that. And he's like, no. Anyways, now we're gonna punch a shark, because that was the shark that ate Rhyme. Once again, bosses, we're gonna ignore every other enemy. This shark can dive under, you know, quote-unquote water, but if we keep the pressure on it, it will not.
And shoutouts to the seas of asphalt in this urban environment.
I ran out of pins.
It's okay, we got it.
Yeah.
That boss is pretty easy.
The music in this game is so freaking good. Ugh.
Right?
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so
yeah.
good. All right, what's
Anyway,
our
we
next?
got
What's our
Masamune,
next day
which
of
is going to be
shopping?
a pin we use for the rest of the game, just like Sweet Talk Tether.
Yep. Yeah, Masamune is really good. It's gonna replace our unbranded slashing pin. It's basically just an improved slash pin. So tomorrow is cotton biker vests and hot dogs.
Yep.
So first thing you're gonna do on this day is go to the right and buy the CD.
No, I need to do some menuing first, but after that.
Yeah, fair enough.
The 5th day.
The 5th day.
The 5th day.
We're almost done already. I mean, we just have 5, 6, 7. We're more than halfway there.
Oh my gosh, look how ahead of estimate
Well,
we are.
I mean, I do seem to recall this day being a doozy, so like,
Yeah, this day is gonna be a doozy, that's for sure.
One entire doozy.
I can't believe I had an entire doozy. I can't believe that
Not
ice
to
cream
show
we
you
bought
and me
2
some.
days ago is still fine in our pockets.
Right? There's a lot of it, too. They're all fine.
And then...
Do we have freezer pockets? Freezer pockets.
Power
Yeah,
of fashion.
Neku's just carrying around 8 ice cream cones. Don't worry about it.
He's so cool. I'll like a big joke.
Boo.
Anyway, we're gonna buy this CD. CDs let you listen to the soundtrack in the menus, so it was
As you would
really-
expect.
It was really important that we bought it.
All right, so this guy demands that we defeat 2 big boys. Ideally, we're gonna find them in a chain. We'll see though. We're not guaranteed to be able to chain them.
Oh. Oh, there we
Hey, there we go. That's good
Nice.
luck.
Let us go to Mulco today.
We can do some shopping.
so we're just gonna sell all this stuff for money.
Yeah, we might as well just get as much money in the bank as we can right
I need
now.
about 65,000.
So we are gonna go to Tiger Punks. We are gonna buy 2 cotton biker vests.
Keep.
You're gonna count with us, chat. We've got 3 spiked chokers
1, 3,
and 4 pairs of purple sneaks.
Count, you messed up.
You were going too fast.
Dos.
Oh, sorry. Would you like me to slow down my speed run?
No.
Cuatro.
Thanks a bunch.
And then we're gonna go down to D&B, and we are gonna buy 2 knit caskets, which are gonna be later. Hey man, good call.
See you again.
See you again.
See you again, gamers.
So yeah, we just, like I said earlier, Tiger Punk's gear is great. You cannot put
Yeah,
that
not
on
that
Neku
good.
right now.
What can I? I can put on the knit cast is the only thing.
Yeah.
Cheeky can wear
Neku's
everything.
bravery is still low. Shiki's bravery is very high. The purple sneaks are great. They're high attack shoes, which are a rarity in this game.
Shoutouts to high attack shoes.
Shoutouts to high attack shoes. So now that we're back in here, the mission today is to free the Spain Hill from the noise. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fight some noise on Spain Hill to try and fix our problems.
Focus.
Does that mean you're speaking Spanish for this part?
See.
Ah,
Took Spanish in high school, so I'm sure I'll be fine for that.
same.
Watch yourself.
No hay ningún problema.
I was really bad at it, just as a note. I'm very bad at learning languages.
Also same.
Here it comes.
So one
I'll
little
third this
problem
one.
with the combat right now, like we said, we have to be using Murasame for a quest. Murasame and Shiki's pins don't really synergize at all, but it's fine. We'll be done with Murasame relatively soon, and for now we will make the most of it.
Yeah,
We'll have some
Murasame-
Shoryuken action.
Murasame does
Oh,
good
it's over
damage,
here.
but the but the problem is that it runs out of charge very, very fast. So it's really easy to drop sync at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, Gumball Machine.
Do this, Neku.
Wow. It says right there, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you're right.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, well. Oh, it's backwards.
Level up beam!
Cool, we did 3 fights. That's totally gonna be enough to clear Spain Hill from the noise.
Which is what the mission was, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, there's more noise. Looks like we'll have to hunt down the source of the noise.
Yeah, these two having a fight seem to be generating it. So what
Anyways,
we're gonna
before we
is
do that, we're gonna go buy some hot dogs.
Benvenido.
Bienvenido.
Mexican hot dogs, actually. Does that even exist? I know, like, Mexican pizza exists. Never heard Mexican hot dog before.
Entendido.
Or Friendly Franks.
Muchas gracias. Anyway, so we bought some hot dogs. Those are for later. We're just gonna hang on to those for like a week.
Which
don't
is
worry.
weird, because we're almost at the end of the game. When are we going to eat the hot dogs?
Who knows? You never know when you need 5 hot dogs.
Rude.
Except if you're running Turbo Air Ride. There's actually a Kagger got 5 hot dogs. It's really weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're gonna kill this orange noise that was surrounding them, which should probably fix our noise problem. Probably.
And we're going to
Probably.
actually do this right outside the Mexican hot dog. The backgrounds in this game are just really great.
Yep, there's
And
some-
if you're not trying to actively fight things in it, are a ton of fun to look at. So
They really are.
Rude.
Your good is gone.
Rude.
Rude.
Yeah, one thing I really like about the backgrounds in this game is that they sort of like heck with the like
Oh.
the angle and perspective of the background, and everything sort of like tilted in weird ways, because technically we're in so I mentioned earlier that we're in like the underground as opposed to the real ground. We're currently in a different plane of reality entirely, which is like the noise plane. It's sort of its own special one. Please stop dying.
I'm not dying.
So things are a little weird here, which is only really important for lore reasons, but they sort of reflect that in the backgrounds. This game's really good.
Really good. It's my favorite game of all time. I play a lot of video games.
This game is incredible, and if you've never played it before, I highly, highly recommend checking it out. There's a bunch of content that we won't get into.
Like, we're skipping all the dialogue here, but trust me when I say you want to read all the dialogue in this game. We're just not doing that because, you know, it's a speed run. We gotta go fast.
Yeah.
You gotta
But
go
trust
fast.
Not to
me,
mention, there's like
it's worth it.
anyway, Neku finished eating his food, which means that now he has a ton more
Now he gets
bravery.
dessert.
Yeah, now he gets dessert, which he will eat over the course of the next 3 weeks.
And it won't melt.
Nope, never. You ever just eat nothing but 8 ice cream cones for 3 weeks?
So
All
we're
the
gonna make.
time.
I mean, honestly though. So we're gonna make these 2-play Reaper Creeper. So basically, what's going on here is one of these girls saw the other hanging out with their crush. And that girl is not happy about this and wants to get the other girl to admit it. And so basically, in order to solve the noise problem on Spain Hill, we are going to make these two talk about their feelings and experiences and communicate their honest intentions with one another in order to solve some problems. Pretty wholesome, yeah? We're going to do that by manipulating them with Reaper Creeper. But I mean, hey, it works. Sometimes people need a little help to have honest communication, and you know, if it takes manipulation from another plane of reality, then hey, so be it.
Quick note on Reaper Creeper, the reason I move the coin so slowly is that if you move it too fast, they think that the other one knocked the paper, which is weird because slow-moving coin, that could only be ghosts. Quick-moving coin? Oh, clearly this coin that flew across the world isn't really the work of ghosts.
It's just a win, don't worry.
And so now they've talked about their feelings. What's actually happening is the one girl was trying to get tickets for the other girl and the crush boy to go to the cool Tin Pin League show, which is going to be tomorrow's plot. But as it turns out, everyone cared about each other. And, you know, that's why it's so important to communicate. Was that Shiki's second miso,
Yep,
right?
Shiki's done eating forever now.
Yep. And now they're friends again. Yay!
And now it's time for a boss. So,
In with currently Shiki is talking about her former best friend Eri, who's good.
Very good.
So this is Ramcrotch. I don't remember his actual name. He's Ramcrotch though. Someone calls him that in post game, and he's Ramcrotch.
there's a certain thing that happens in post game that we won't spoil, but it may or may not be related to Beyblade. And everyone in that thing calls him Ramcrotch.
There may or may not be an alternate Beyblade universe. Maybe. No spoilers. That was a good boss fight. Like we said, big enemies easy. I forget what we were saying.
Something about Beyblade and Ramcrush.
Yeah. Ramcrotch is the game master this week. He's in charge of making the missions and stuff
Okay,
like that.
real talk, both of us lost our ability to remember that character's actual name the moment we saw the word Ramcrotch.
He has a name. I don't know what it is.
I forget what it is,
We've played
honestly.
this game a lot of times, and he's Ramcrotch. Just look at that thing. Look at it.
He also has a very fascinating obsession with cooking.
Yes. You'll hear that later.
Empty urban legends.
Can I just like scream all his lines like during the boss fight later?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh God, yes.
Will do
Okay, so
then.
today's biker jacket day.
Yep, that's the only thing. And
Not
safe,
screaming,
and
you
safe
know.
landing.
I mean, I'll be doing all the
we
next
gotta
ones.
serve luck,
Perfect.
an extra attack sticker.
Oh, today's the fun day.
Can we
It's
get in
also-
a quick
it's also
donation?
confusing.
You
Absolutely.
can.
We have a $5 donation from Storm who says, I love The World Ends With You, and this is very important to me. Shiki is trans.
Shiki is
Absolutely,
trans.
yeah. Shiki's
Like
whole
literally everything about her entire story arc is like, yep, she's trans.
It's literally like the most typical trans story ever.
I think not even king on that one either.
Anyways, today's mission is we have to dominate the view of Shibuya at 3 o'clock. We have no idea what that means, but as it turns out, this guy has an advertisement that's going to run up on that there billboard in the sky at 3 o'clock, and we have to help people be interested in it. And so naturally, the way to get people to watch an advertisement is to convince them to already own the product. I don't understand capitalism, so I cannot make a comment.
No, that checks out.
So Neku can wear these purple sneak. Nope.
Yeah, Neku's bravery is climbing up slowly.
What I need to do is this. Put a better pin back on.
Yeah, so we need the Murasame up at level 3.
Also, if that levels up again, it's a disaster.
Yeah, our entire route is screwed. That's like probably the worst thing we could do in this run, honestly.
Now, granted, in order to have that happen, it requires a combination of both very, very bad luck and a certain degree of forgetfulness, but still.
That was nothing.
I'm gonna recenter my Calithon again.
That's how it's done.
Bird enemies are really hard to hit. 'Cause
Birds
they're
are
kind of
jerks.
They've got wonky hitboxes, and some things don't work on them.
So basically what we have to do is we have to make everyone want to wear this red skull pin, which looks suspiciously like the player pin, but don't worry about it. This definitely isn't Chekhov's pin or anything like that at all whatsoever. It's just a side story.
This whole
Unreal, bro! Come get some hot stuff! Totally gnarly!
So we have more memes that we need to infect
We have
people's
more
brains
memes
with.
than we know what to do with.
Gotta love memes.
Totally gnarly.
Unreal, bro.
Totally gnarly! What? I mean, my grandpa, he's totally gnarly, and the only way he'll stop being sick is if you buy my product.
Okay, that sounds great.
Shoutouts to advertising.
Shoutouts to advertising, except not really at all whatsoever. Oh,
Like a
like a
ball
ball
from
from
the
blue,
blue,
it's
it's
time for the Reaper review.
So yeah, one of the things you might need to run into in this game are these random quizzes that make sure you've been paying attention to what's been going on.
Or memorized all the quizzes.
Yeah,
Either
you
way.
need to know stuff about Shibuya.
Or if you, and I believe if you haven't, you can just go back, run around, and find the answers.
Yeah,
in that
they're
space,
all set up such that, like, yeah, you can just go back and look, basically.
which is, if you're a filthy
Hey there,
casual
Slugger.
like me,
Hey, dude, do you play Tin Pin Slammer? Oh, what? I mean, Unreal, bro. Whoa, dude, you've got Unreal pins. Unreal, bro.
This is an accurate summary of what this dialogue is. So I'm
Like,
trying to
it's
find
basically
4
It's-
of these little bird enemies. clustered
These
up, and I'm having
weird
bad luck
long
with
boys
that.
are also acceptable. They do have birds, so we will take them.
Okay, this is the best it seems like we're gonna get.
Well, there's 3 birds,
yeah,
so that's
the-
fine.
yeah.
These longer ones do have some birds, not as many. The reason we want birds here, we need rare metal.
The long ones also are not guaranteed to have birds. They just can have birds.
Here it comes.
Now, something these birds can do that's incredibly annoying is if Neku gets hit by them, they can actually take your pins. And if they take a bad pin, you're just stuck without a major attack until you kill the bird, which makes it hard to kill the bird.
Yeah, so we're going like straight for the birds first to deal with them.
Here it comes.
They also drop an item called Rare Metal, which is pretty much our most important drop. Like, flat
Yeah,
out.
rare metal is basically like a crafting material in this game. It's going to allow us to get special items and stuff. We need a lot of it. We need like 13 or 14 rare metal through this run. So I think we sort of touched on this, the way drops work in this game. So essentially, in this game, every drop from an enemy has a stock percentage. And then you take that percentage and multiply it by the number of stars you have going into the battle.
Take my pin!
You get an additional star for every level you set yourself below your current max level, and then you multiply that by the number of battles you're doing in a row. So by doing 4 battles at
4 is the maximum.
later you can get up to 16 battles, but in
Well,
new
that's
game
only
that's
in
not
first
really
game,
relevant.
yeah.
With 4 battles at minimum level, you actually give yourself fairly decent odds of getting these rare metal, but still we are at the mercy of randomness here, unfortunately.
So let's see how many we got.
If we get less than 5, we're
6.
gonna have to do more grinding.
7.
We got 7, that's plenty. I mean, that's not plenty, but it's good enough.
Also, Neku ate his ice cream, so he gets more ice cream. Neku, put this ice cream in your mouth. Never stop eating
Can
this
you
ice
try to
cream.
wear it?
Where the ice cream?
No. I did
can't
that
wear
in
ice cream?
practice.
I mean, I wear ice cream.
Do you
You know,
spill
if I
it then?
screw up.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I did that in practice, and someone drew us fan art of Neku trying to wear ice cream.
It was really great.
I want to see that at some point.
You can scroll back in my Twitter mentions.
So anyways, instead of continuing along the quest path here, we're now gonna go around back up to Molko, where we were the other day to buy cool biker gear, to go buy more cool biker gear. There's sort of a lot coming together here in terms of our route. So let's start with this. So remember that Murasame we picked up earlier. We're going to take that level 3 Murasame and give it to this Reaper over here, who is going to trade us that level 3 Murasame for A, clearing this wall, and B, giving us a durable leather. We are going to use those durable leathers. We got one other from a quest earlier in combination with the cool biker vests that we bought in order to get some leather biker jackets, which have really, really good attack.
We're going to be using these for almost the entire run.
Yeah. And so also we needed rare metal to make these. So it was sort of just like coming together of the entire route. And then, now that we've done this, that's it. We just need to get safe landing later. Instead of going all the way back around the way we came, since we opened that wall, we can actually go through where that Reaper was, and we'll be right where we need to be to continue the quest.
I'm also going to give Neku the worst pin in the game right now.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating. This pin is an active detriment, but we'll get into that in a minute.
That's the gimmick. So yeah, it just drops us right here where the next bit of our mission is. So once again, we're going to help this guy do some very, very definitely ethical advertising. So we're going to imprint him with the meme, "Come get some hot stuff." Come get some hot stuff.
The tech doesn't really know how to react, but is definitely
He's certainly
interested.
into it. I personally ship these two. I think they'd make a great couple.
I mean, just look at this scene.
He got some hot stuff. He got that hot red skull pin.
Nice.
And also the beginning of a budding, beautiful relationship.
Aww.
So cool. We have now helped this guy lie his way into selling pins to a bunch of people. Don't forget to grab safe landing.
That's later.
That's in 10-4. The attack sticker is there.
Yeah, that's in a little bit more.
There's a couple like minor optional route deviations that depend on the number of rare metal and stuff like that we get. It's hard to
Yeah,
keep
we
track
don't
of all
have
of them,
enough rare
honestly.
metal to get the extra attack plus we would normally get. Well, not normally. Occasionally is more accurate, because you normally don't.
So Shiki's all sad right now because she's never going to be as good at designing fashion as Eri was, which is sad. Oh my god,
Also-
wait, it's Shiki over there. What?
So Shiki's entry fee was herself, which she thought she hated herself, so she was sad. But now she thinks she's selfish for liking herself too much. Speaking of, what we learned yesterday was actually everyone's dead, and they're trying to fight to get another chance at life.
Yep.
So this is the afterlife, which makes Rhyme double dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the irony of being able to buy a shirt called "I'm Alive."
I mean, sometimes you just have to brand your truth.
True.
So Makoto's going to get some marketing advice from the prince here, who, as we established earlier, is, you know, the talk of the town.
All the little minor characters know each other through like a vast network. It's actually really cool the way they set that up.
This game has a wonderful universe and a lot of side stories coming together. You shouldn't have grabbed that many birds.
But they have a chance of more rare metals.
Oh, that's true, actually.
So I now need to do a chain of 3. Now I had to equip this red skull pin because the idea is that we're going to use it in battle, and that will psychologically manipulate everybody into wanting to buy it. If you're wondering what it does, I'll show you in just a second.
It does that.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Rolling around at the speed of slow. So basically, we were just told that we in the underground can influence, among other things, fashion in the real ground. The pins and clothes we wear into battle will make people more likely to wear those pins and clothes in the real world. Every screen of the map has its own set of fashion trends that we can manipulate and change.
Oh, they took my best pin.
Oh.
Oh.
That's rough. And so for this battle, this is sort of like a scripted version of trend manipulation. We're just going to be just fighting 3 battles, and that will get people talking about the
Nice.
3 more rare metal. Nice.
Yeah, that's really good. That means we're never going to have to grind for it.
Yeah, we're just getting people talking about these red skull pins. Later in the game, we are actually going to have to manipulate the actual in-game trends, and it's a huge pain. but-
Because it's random whether or not it works. Anyway, now we have to do the same thing here. But before that, I'm just going to take a brief detour for some shopping.
Yeah, we're gonna go to 10-4 to Adoga the shop and buy this upgrade called Safe Landing,
Back soon.
pin's
which
really
basically allows us to cancel knockdown, which, you know, is good. We're gonna do 3 more fights on this screen. Again, same deal, making people want to buy this Red Skull pin.
So what you're saying is more time for donations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
we
mean,
have
if
a-
there are any.
Good timing. We have a $20 donation from Scala Kitty who says, "Go Hex and Proto." Proto, you got this. Lots of love from the Valkyries.
We love you, Scala.
I'm wearing a Speedrun Ragnarok t-shirt right now.
I guess while we're at it, are there any upgrade incentives you can donate for?
Oh, this is a good fight setup. Holy heck. Oh my god, that was beautiful. With them all in the same spot.
You're good as gone.
Fun fact, this t-shirt was incidentally designed by Scala.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
I was having trouble getting around the car, and with my walking being like this, it's very hard to get around stuff.
Yeah. These fights are actually kind of hard. And there we go. Love Me Tether has evolved into Sweet Talk Tether, which now gives us 3 chains instead of just the 1. Not only is that just a ton more ammo and damage, we can actually like set up the chains in specific ways that just bounces enemies back and forth between them and does ridiculous amounts of damage.
It takes some practice to get it down, but once you do, like, you get to do a lot more stuff in fights.
So this little story arc here is Shiki realizing that she's not Eri, and that's okay. And also that Eri didn't hate her or think that she was a bad designer. Rather that Eri thought that Shiki and Eri worked really well as a designer-sewist duo. And it's real wholesome and Shiki is trans.
Anyway,
Poison
we're
bones.
gonna take that garbage off as fast as possible. Also, if you're wondering, it's implied that we're the only players left. You really don't get to see a lot of players. Most of them die before they even pair up.
And so now we find out that Eri actually really liked Shiki and was an incredible sewist, and then she died. Oh.
Oops.
And Beat is hanging out with Hanakoma in Hanakoma's cafe, except he's not.
Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to, but he ran away. Because Beat makes good decisions.
Beat is a very smart boy. Shoutouts to our favorite chapter, Super Inferiority.
Yeah, the graphic design on all these chapter names is incredible.
It is, but it's also funny to try to read out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
100%.
So today's day 7, final day of the week. As with every day 7 of every game, hypothetically, because we've never played any other game than just this one. As with any video game, obviously.
Yes.
Now we're gonna go kill the Game Master.
Ooh, we're on great pace. Holy heck, we're almost done with the game 2 hours early.
1 sub 1.
I mean, honestly,
I honestly don't think that's possible, even if we weren't lying about the end of the game being around the corner. Oops.
Wait, what? I feel bamboozled. How dare you?
Hey!
so that Reaper, the Wall Reaper there, basically demanded we do a 3-chain battle somewhere. Note that does, usually with these fighting, you know, this many battles in a row, chain means you have to do it on that particular screen. In this case, it doesn't. What that means for us is that we're not necessarily guaranteed to be able to chain 3 enemies on
Ooh,
this
we got a
particular
penguin.
screen.
That's good.
That's good. Those blue penguins can drop a lovely beam, which is a pin we really want. Ideally, we'll get a lovely beam from this fight right here. If not, though, that's okay. We can get one
It's a guaranteed drop
from
on
the next fight. But ideally, we'll get one now and get one fight's head start on using it and giving it experience.
Not to mention making the next
Start with
fights
the group.
earlier. Ooh, with 2 penguins, the odds are extremely high of that happening.
Double penguin all the way across the sky.
Why did we let you on our couch?
Because you make good
Yep,
decisions.
so there we go. We got
There
the
we go.
Lovely Beam. Lovely Beam is a cool pin. Lovely Beam is actually the second evolution of 4. You can buy the first evolution at some of the shops, but you can get the second evolution from battles. And Lovely Beam is actually basically going to scale with us over the course of the game, like all the way up to being powerful enough to help us take on the final boss. Why did you put the... I guess it doesn't matter, actually.
Because we already got the Lovely Beam.
That's true.
And we'd have to...
All right, so this boss is Cornix Canor. The gimmick here is this boss doesn't have a lot of health. Cornix Canor is not currently on the screen.
No, Cornix Canor is very rarely on the screen.
Oh, there was the
yeah,
bird.
those birds spawned with literally the worst possible way they could have.
Shoutouts to birds being jerks. Again.
So anyways, Cornix Canor is the big bird. It's going to swoop down. We're going to use our sync attack here so that we can, you know, deal a lot of damage to it before it heads off screen again. So when it swoops down here in just a second, we are going to deal a little bit of damage and then play this mini game where we have to match cards.
This game feels incredibly good to do in sync. You really feel like you're cooperating well with the other player.
And this particular minigame looks a lot easier than Cheeky's from the DS version.
Oh, agreed.
My finger slipped. It should still be good enough, though.
Yeah, 4-4 is plenty. So these sync attacks multiply the attack and drop rate, as it says on screen. So that's not something that's really relevant right now. We're never actually going to use it to manipulate a drop. You can, but we don't. And so that's Cornix Canor.
You would be doing that a lot in casually. It's a super good way to get very, very rare drops.
Yeah.
Especially in things like the post game where you need to grind for very specific drops off very specific
Yeah, the way it works
enemies.
is like, so the drops in New Game are at like maybe 5%, but then you can multiply that by 5 by 5 by 5, and suddenly you're up at practically 100%. I don't know if I did math right there, but the point still stands. But then you get into the rare drops in post-game that have like a 0.001% chance of spawning, and you have to multiply that with like a ×6 sync attack, and then a, you know, ×16 battle chain and stuff like that to try and get any luck on the drops.
Something very important we're going to do here, just as a little note, Cheeky's going to be leaving us soon, which means we're going to not
We're
let
gonna take her.
Cheeky
We're gonna take her gear.
We're not going to let Cheeky take that incredibly hard to get, very good biker jacket with her.
Yeah, no, sorry, Shiki, we need our jacket back.
I mean, she's better off in red shirts. Let's be real. It's a good look for her. It's a good look for us. Your shirt's more purpley, but...
Yeah, this was the most purple thing. That's not even true. I had a more purple shirt, but I did want to represent the Valkyries.
Shoutouts to the RPG Valkyries. This is an RPG speedrun.
Yep.
It's true.
RPG Valkyries, put me on your team, you cowards.
You don't
I
run
don't
RPGs.
speedrun RPGs, except for this one. And I kind of want to speedrun Xenoblade X, but that's unrelated. So these battles against the Game Masters, it's just their personas. I'm sorry, I gotta say it.
Time for a taste test.
You can't hit them when they're doing that. So
Yeah, so this
you're
boss is
guaranteed to
tricky
drop
because he does a lot to make us drop our sync.
I mean, if you hired a plumber, you could install it well.
Time for a taste test.
This fight actually has a surprising amount going on, though it might look kind of repetitive. I'm using my pins in a pretty specific order.
Now we're boiling!
Now we're boiling! In order to never actually run out of pins, because I think you've seen it happen at least once in this run. If you're not careful, you can run out of pins, and then, well, we can't keep our sync up, and then we lose a ton of time, not just the time we lose by not doing damage.
I'll mince
This
you!
boss also does a ton of damage, so I have to be careful not to take too many hits.
I'll char your own flesh!
I'll char your bones black! That's what it says.
Oh, I'm bad at wordsing.
It's okay, same.
What are words?
They're
Almost done, and
Hey.
week one down.
That was
Nice.
a terrible high five.
You ready over there?
No,
Not yet,
No,
not
no,
yet.
no. It's the game's not over. Don't mess with.
So to answer an earlier question, words are audible memes.
Yes.
Anyway, so it appears we won the game. I guess Shiki and Neku and Beat get to come back to life, right?
We did.
Yay!
And look.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Well, hold on. We're waking up in the scramble. This is clearly a good thing.
Yeah, no, they're meeting up, you know, out now that they're back to life, right?
Yeah, at
Yeah.
Hachiko, like I said.
Well, no, Neku's on his way. He just tripped.
Oh, this doesn't sound good.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
Hey, can I get that headset mute now? Say something. Say something. Hi.
So,
Maybe
yeah,
like a stretch
we're
point.
back to day one.
The one day.
How?
Something weird is going on. Neku doesn't know what 74 plus 30 is.
72.
And there's like t equals 60 minutes, so clearly there's some kind of math nerd floating around here. I wonder who that might be.
We don't know. They haven't been introduced yet.
Well, no, I was talking about myself. I'm a math nerd.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You look dressed like someone.
No, this is just what I wear in my day-to-day life.
Tell me who you.
So this guy just kind of somehow managed to partner with Neku without Neku agreeing. But don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Have fun, Neku.
Anyway, we
Have
haven't
fun,
unlocked
Neku.
co-op yet for that, so it's just me for this first fight.
How's my aim? How's my aim?
How's my aim?
Easy.
Ease.
Shout outs to all of the verbal tics in this game.
It's all really good. My favorite is that shopkeeper from earlier goes like, nice, isn't that?
Hi, welcome back.
Beep boop. What's up? I'm your new partner.
You look a lot like my old one.
Nah, don't be silly. I have a collared shirt now.
Oh.
This is clearly totally different.
Despite the fact that players can't read other players' brains, it seems like Neku has no problem reading Joshua's mind.
Deal. Psycho.
Also, Neku's memory has been given back, but he still doesn't remember how he died.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice, isn't that?
I underestimated the amount of time it would take to change outfits, gotta
It's
be
fine.
honest.
You still managed to do it in time.
So our new partner is Joshua. Joshua's a dick.
Yeah,
Not a nice person.
Joshua's not really a good boy. Let's
Yeah.
just get that out on the get-go. Joshua's not a good boy.
As you can tell from him kind of powering up
Anyway,
out
we're
of
gonna give
nowhere
him a lot
against
of-
Neku's own will. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's also
That's
very
okay.
condescending and doesn't really communicate with Neku at all.
Not exactly good traits in a good partner.
Yeah. Gotta work with your partner.
So now we're gonna we're supposed to practice using Joshua's sync attack. Excuse me. However, once again, we're not gonna do that. So
But it's
the
right
thing
there.
for me for this game is I'm gonna be playing multiple different characters throughout the course of this run. Each character is progressively harder than the last to play well. Starting with Joshua, I'm actually gonna have to be concerned about where I'm positioned on screen. The attacks I'm using have a little bit of input delay because they fall from the sky, so I have to be more mindful of where and when I'm attacking. And as well, I have to be able to grab things, which frankly just doesn't work super well in this version of the game. Oh well.
Zeta slow!
Wow.
You half-baked hectopascals!
This brings me 1 yoctogram! It's time to die!
die!
I didn't get that for a long time. I don't know why.
So this boss is weird. This boss, you can only damage it from behind.
It's also really weird how that works out mechanically. If you're standing behind the boss, you can do damage. But it doesn't matter if your attack started when you were behind the boss. So you can throw one of those chains up and then run behind the boss and it'll start doing damage. It's real weird. Anyway, that was really good for that boss.
Yeah,
That
that
was
boss
nuts.
is really tricky. Basically what we did is we stood on either side of it to make it just keep flipping back and forth. But we got through there. Whoa, Willie, we've been playing hard mode now.
We will actually use hard mode a couple times.
Yeah. At the beginning, I think you have easy and normal, correct?
Yes. So for this category, we are not
You
allowed to-
unlock easy on day 3, I think.
Rules.
for this category, you are not allowed to play on easy, except for with one exception, which we'll get to in a bit.
Yeah, the stipulation on the category is essentially normal or harder, and unless the game explicitly tells you to switch to easy mode, which it is going to do later this week for one fight, you are not allowed to play on easy mode. You can play on hard mode whenever you want, but I mean, it's slower, so...
I forget the exact differences in the enemies between easy, normal, and hard, but if I do recall correctly, there are different drops that happen at the different difficulties.
Yeah, each difficulty has its own unique drops. So later in the game, we are going to be switching to hard optionally in order to get a specific drop. That's going to be fast.
Yeah, that's not even until next week.
And so now we get more of this cutscene, which we don't really know anything about yet. It's just Neku hanging out in Utagawa.
We'll
Looks
get
like
expand
he's,
upon later.
It looks like...
Oh no, Neku just died.
Yeah, it looks like Joshua
Now he's
was
just
there
sleeping.
when Neku died.
That's really interesting.
Well, no, we don't know he was dead. He was passed out.
That is true, although
Yeah.
he's dead.
I
He's
mean,
just
he had the
sleeping, it's
player
fine.
poon, which is pretty suspicious, you know?
Yeah, but they're just fashionable in the real world.
Okay, so a bit of a summary what happens here. They all beat the game. The conductor comes out and is like, only one of you is actually allowed to come back to life. And Shiki was picked because she's the most whatever. So Beat asks if he can become a Reaper. The request is granted. And Neku enters the game again because Shiki's chosen. However, Neku's kind of tricked here because Neku's entry fee, his most important thing is no longer his memory. His most important thing is his friend, Shiki. So they take Shiki. Oops.
Yeah, as it turns out, the Reapers are kind of those quintessential jerk genies.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
very friendly, that's for sure.
Good time for a donation.
Yep.
Okay, we have a $20 donation from the past host, The Sound Defense. It says, greatly enjoying the run so far, and I think this one's directed at Miss Shasta. Also, the secret to a great high five is to watch the other person's elbow.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
good
it
to know.
demonstrates. Demonstrate?
At least
Yeah.
we did the boss fight well, which is more important than the high five.
Impressive.
Yes.
God, you
I
have to
looked at the
mash
elbow.
so much in this run. New Game Plus lets you skip dialogue, but not New Game.
Yeah, they programmed a dialogue skip button and then just chose not to give it to you, which is just kind of not cool, Squeenix. That was just kind of mean.
So what's happening here is Joshua doesn't want to do the mission, but Neku's like, we need to do the mission or we'll die.
Also, did Neku just compute the square root of 3 in his head?
Yeah,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
He can't add, he can do the square root of 3, but he can't add 74 and 30.
To be fair, that is true. The better you get at mathematics, the harder the basic stuff gets. It's a known problem.
Anyway, we're going to get Joshua a fusion boost.
So the wall quest here is to eliminate noise that is affecting these people, so we have
Ooh,
to...
nice. They're both birds. Oh, like
Oh, that's annoying.
Birds are
Those
really hard
those
to grab.
noise move real fast, and it can be hard to grab them.
This is a very minor thing. Just as a note.
These kangaroo enemies you're going to see a lot of this week.
Wow.
Good work, Neku.
Good work, Neku.
Take the wrath of my gumball machine, mother heckers!
It took my tether.
It's nowhere.
So see, I got the bird stuck between two of the things, so it was taking repeated damage. So that's why those chains
That
are
was
so
a nice
good.
distraction.
That was a nice distraction.
You get an extra cutscene if you don't get them both, unfortunately.
Focus.
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 Focusing. Focus.
It's kind of weird that casually you'll just miss out on that cutscene 99% of the time.
Good work, Neku.
Just gonna hit birds with a motorcycle.
I mean, as you do.
That's my aim. Rest in
That was a
peace.
smooth fight.
I own 2 motorcycles today. Can you believe it?
That's how it's
We have a meme, we have like a little Tweety meme called Not Joshua's Car, and hopefully we won't see it. but we will see it.
Yeah. So the things that you can pick up in this game can just glitch out sometimes and get stuck at a weird angle. I mean, so those things don't belong to Joshua. Because, you know, he can't use them, so obviously they're not his. That's only how, you know, fairness and respect for private property goes.
So there's a bit of a weirdness with the dialogue here. So these taboo noise, which are these black noise, kind of have a weird property in the 3DS version.
The original DS version.
Yeah, or in the DS version. I don't know why I keep saying 3DS. They can only be hit they only take damage if you hit them on the top and bottom screen at the same time. That does not translate here.
Distraction.
Yeah, in Brewer
That was a nice distraction.
but there's still a line of dialogue about that being the case.
That's weird that they didn't get, or at least that they didn't translate that mechanic, because you do have that sync bonus going on. So
Anyway, we need to play a little mini game here, and as a result, I'm gonna need to build this deck. Now, this deck is actually very, very good for this.
Yeah, it's sort of an Easter egg how the 1 yen, like 1 coin pin, is actually really, really, really good for this minigame. You wouldn't expect it because it's 1 coin, but it's really,
now,
really
the
good.
one thing is that in doing this,
You're good. I'm just checking the shopping route. We have some notes.
Yep, though that's when we need to buy stuff. Now, the trick of doing this is that I only get 1 shot at this. So if I only have 1. It's a very glass cannon strategy.
I believe in you.
So
I
hopefully,
got this.
yeah, hopefully I don't mess it up.
Yeah.
Tin Pin Slammer, by the way.
Tin Pin Slammer is an amazing. Wait, what?
You messed it up!
Oh!
It's okay.
Hex!
It's okay. I got another chance. I got another
Okay,
chance.
that was just the tin pin tutorial. You're allowed
Yeah,
to lose that one. You
okay.
shouldn't,
Okay.
All right.
but
It's okay.
fine.
It's okay. I got another chance. It's fine. I got another chance.
I
If I
believe.
don't do this, Shiki will die
You got this. I believe in you.
You
again.
can do this.
Believe in the heart of the pin.
On!
No, the other way!
What the heck?
Oh my god.
So if you haven't figured it out, we're kidding. You don't need to
No, we're
win
not.
these. In fact, it's much, much faster to lose.
Yeah. The classic speedrunning commentary gag of accidentally failing something that you need to fail.
So let's go over
Hardy
what happens
har
here.
har har.
So
the
Neku
guy
ma-
that Neku just played against cheated, so Neku got moved on to the next round of the tournament. Then Neku gets his butt kicked by Shooter Dan in a cutscene. They don't even let you try.
This is too good.
And then
Yeah, the mission today is to win this
Shooter Dan
tournament.
loses to that guy whose name is Soda. That girl's name is Now. They're a wonderful and iconic couple.
And it turns out they're players too. So the mission was completed.
And also, the reason that Shooter Dan lost to Soda was because Joshua cheated and broke Shooter Dan's pins. We are just destroying the dreams of these, like, 5th graders in order to, you know, play our weird game.
Their first tournament ever, by the way. They're experts, and this is their first tournament ever, and we won.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
shit.
Well, we cheated.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to
I want to note
pin-themed
that we
Yu-Gi-Oh.
cheated.
Yeah.
And the
You
the
have
Beyblade.
flying hectopascals!
Anyway, I'm gonna re-equip my pins before I forget. I have
Crunch!
done
I'll
that.
add it to the heap.
Nice outfit, by the way.
Leggy did the best. Leggy, if you can kind of, yeah, like Leggy actually put the most work into our little closet cosplays. Anyway, now we get to take a little glance at Reaper Beat.
The
Gee, what's
slime.
Beat up to?
Being a Reaper,
Doing Reaper things.
Reaper! Creeper!
I'm Commander Shepard.
And this is my favorite pin on the Citadel.
Reapers.
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 So as you saw there, Beat now has a pin of, in this case, Rhyme. Just there.
That is not revealed for like a week. But that's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, but this is last week.
Yeah, you're
Right,
fine.
exactly.
Yeah, we're on day 3 now.
totally. This is when we start to get the mid-game side quests, or the mid-game fetch quests, and
The game is going to slow down a little bit for the next couple of missions. Gotta be honest.
cool
This is the
enough
weakest part of the
casually,
speedrun. This is really fun casually, because like we mentioned earlier, Twooey does an excellent job of building a really, really cool world with some really interesting characters. That being said, when you're doing these random, inconsequential side quests for the 15th or 16th time, they tend to get a little dull.
Yeah, and one of the other nice things about these side quests for the casual experience is that the map of Shibuya is a is something that unfolds and expands what with all the different walls that you unlock over time, and as you go through, you start to like really understand how to move around in this digital space. And building mastery of that is one of the things that these fetch quests, wow, allow you to achieve.
Anyway, I'm just gonna do some shopping now. This is not good gear by any stretch, but we'll explain why I need to have done this a little later in the run.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna need this stuff later, unfortunately. Alright, so now we need to defeat 3 long boys.
Hopefully they're all grouped together. Heck yeah, 3 long boys! It's
Great.
faster if you chain them.
Long boy con!
Not to mention you get better drops.
Don't make this worse for yourself. How's my aim?
We still need a little more rare metal, so hopefully that'll show up.
How's my aim?
Not in this fight specifically, but there are other opportunities to get it.
Rest in peace.
And since we haven't mentioned it in the last 15 minutes, this game's soundtrack is so good!
Yeah.
Oh my god, so good.
If you haven't heard the remix version of it, if you're familiar with the DS version, since that did lose the bid war, I would encourage later on going to check that out because they did such a good job with remixing the soundtrack. The original soundtrack was phenomenal. I honestly think they improved it with the remix. That's a personal opinion. There's disagreement on that topic.
But there's disagreement on that topic on this couch.
But there's definitely, like, I think it's pretty well agreed that the remix did a very, very good job, and it's worth listening to.
Agreed.
Whether or not you think it's better.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue about which one's better. I'm just going to say that they're both very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very good.
All right, Neku, you ate your ice cream. Shove more ice cream into that mouth of yours.
Ice
Come on.
cream
on
until
anymore.
brave enough to wear dresses. That's the Twooey way.
We do not have enough time in the run to do that, unfortunately.
I just got a nice little Joshua upgrade from that rewards cutscene, which is always good.
So we didn't get a pop pendulum, unfortunately, which means we have to get one here.
Yeah, so now we need to get a pin called a pop pendulum for the wall that's going to be just ahead of us. We're being a little proactive. It comes from these green crabs. So the fact that there are 2 here is good. That means it gives us 2 chances to get it.
It's not an 100% drop, but it is a very high drop. So it's most likely we'll get it. It is possible we won't, and we'll have to
Look at
fight
my
more
sign.
crabs.
Look at my sign. Look at my sign.
It sure is yours. Yeah, we got
Yeah,
it.
we got it.
Done.
And Joshua finished his hot dog. All right, Joshua, come on. I need you to be our hot dog champion here. Eat another one of
Joshua
these
is
big
going to be
boys.
the winner of the Shibuya hot dog eating contest.
He can eat 3 hot dogs a week. Very impressive.
Whoa. I can't do that.
Don't eat too
I
many.
mean, I used to, but then I grew up a bit, and my stomach just doesn't agree with hot dogs as much.
Don't eat too many hot dogs, kids. They are very, very bad for you.
They're literally carcinogens.
Yep.
Yay!
Do not eat too many hot dogs.
But they're delicious.
So we finally made it up here to Cat Street, where Hanakoma's Cafe is. Joshua's coming up here to get upgrades done to his cell phone. I just held up my Joy-Con as if it was a cell phone, but it's just a Joy-Con. Hey, Kaylee?
Yeah, so we're gonna learn a little.
She didn't pick up my call.
Yeah, I'm busy mashing.
Do you think she doesn't love me anymore?
I think so.
I love you.
I'm sorry.
I love you. Please don't.
In any case, we're chatting with Hanakoma now, and he's telling us about how Joshua is special. That when he was alive, he could see the underground, and became sort of interested in the game and has sort of studied it and prepared to play it, which is a little morbid, but rather interesting. And gives us somewhat of an answer to why Joshua is such an eclectic character.
And it's implied here that Joshua is here by choice.
Also, this dialogue here is amazing. It's actually the best towel drop I've ever seen in a video game ever.
The world ends with you, phones.
Yep, we did actually get a title drop there.
It's great.
Yeah, it's really thematically well done.
I'm gonna say again, this game's dialogue is amazing. It's a shame the Sphere skips it, but it's how it goes. It's how it goes when we want
Yeah,
the best.
skip it, and we actually miss some of the best dialogue entirely because it's a long optional quest,
that
and
one
then
there.
there's some incredible dialogue in the post-game.
Anyway, we now have a beat boss fight. Now, this boss fight is actually on a timer. We are not... It is technically possible to win this fight. However, we're not strong enough that it can happen. And even so, it's very risky, so I'm just going to be dodging.
I'm just going to throw bicycles at Beat, because he says swear words, and that's not okay.
It also can stun Beat, which makes my life a little easier and makes Beat more likely to block. I can actually only take a few hits here, so this is kind of a scary moment. Now, dying in this game wouldn't be the end of the world. The penalty for dying is restarting the fight. So, if I were to die in one of these fights, it wouldn't be
Beat,
that
stop
big of a deal.
saying swear words! It's not okay!
Stop being a hacker!
I'm gonna tell Mom. Mom, Beat said a swear word and also let Rhyme die.
F.
Twice. Now we get an annoying part. There's a 1 in 13 chance we can skip it. Oh, we didn't hit it, though.
Nope.
It's only happened for us in a run one time that we got to skip one of these.
Yeah, so this is our
brand
first brand wall. Remember that I mentioned that we can actually manipulate trends through the clothes and pins we use? Yeah, that's going to happen now. The game has demanded that we make Musratis, not Musratis, Natural Puppy, the most popular brand. So we are going to unequip everything that is not Natural Puppy and only equip some Natural Puppy stuff and then fight some battles and hope for the best. This process of making things trend is kind of random, honestly, and a fair bit frustrating. Grab a Pop Pendulum.
They're there.
So for marathon safety, we're just going to grab 2 battles. Normally, we'd only grab 1 and hope for the best.
2 dramatically increases the chances of it working, though. It is slower, though, so we don't do it in PB attempts.
Gotta go fast. Yeah, so now we're extremely weak.
How's my aim?
Yeah, shoutouts to this massive RNG time loss. About an hour and 40 minutes into the run.
And this is not the worst one, by far.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's going to be a little more randomness later in the run. It's one of the unfortunate things. Oh, I got the cursor glitch.
What's the cursor glitch?
My cursor is gone, but it's back. Sometimes the player 2 cursor... Oh, I guess I had no more of that pin.
Oh, is that... Okay, no, it's not. I thought it was not Joshua's car for a bit there.
No, this was my car. I just dropped my driver's license, you know.
As you do.
Oh, now it's
not
not
Joshua's car.
Someone
There it is.
stole it from me. They took my car.
Who just
This
does
fight
that?
is going a little
I
rough,
left
to
it
be
right
perfectly
there?
TBH.
Yeah, that was not
ago.
the best fight we've ever done, but it's fine.
Um,
Oh god, that one isn't dead.
Oh,
it had 1 hit
Got him.
left. Oof,
Amazing.
easy every
oof,
time.
that is... So
So-
the odds of that not working are very low, but it is possible. Yeah, we're good. Natural puppy.
Thank gosh. You can see up on the billboard in the top right of the screen what the brand is, thankfully. You don't have to actually go check with the Reaper.
And now, of course, you have to take the time and re-equip everything that you took off.
Yeah, and menuing is motion controls, so it's a special. It is a special annoyance.
Yeah, so we're going to put back our Misamane and our Poison Bones. We'll bring the Pop Pendulum back later.
Yeah, Pop Pendulum is actually good. It's just not... We'll get a 5th slot later, and Pop Pendulum is what we're going to fill it with. Anyway, if you thought this day was almost over...
Nope, we're like halfway there.
We need to go play...
Yeah.
We need to
Now
go play
it's
with
time
the
for a
ramen.
tale of 2 ramen stores. So we've already met our boy Kendoi the Ramen Don. Our boy Kendoi the Ramen Don. But now a new place called Shadow Ramen has opened up down the street. It's edgy. It's edgy and
It also
mysterious.
costs $50 for a bowl of ramen that has like a steak in it.
Joshua has a phone that's helping him track down the location of the Shibuya River, or so he says. Which
Is
is
that where
where
the
the
shark was
composer who rules Shibuya is, so he says.
If only the characters could look to the right, we'd know where that is.
It was where the shark was swimming, in the river of water. Obviously.
Good work, Becky.
In the concrete jungle.
Indeed.
That was quick.
That's how it's done.
That's how it's done.
Anyway, we have to go save this guy's ramen business from...
We have to go save his ramen business. That's basically what's happening here. Oh wow, it's like 2-something a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, I'm tired. Although, to be fair, that nodding off was a joke. Because this is a little, Anyway, Neku and Joshua just ate some ramen with fish in it. Like a whole fish. Anyway, Makoto has gone full capitalist.
Yeah, he let the power of becoming the trend god of Shibuya go to his head, and now he has slick hair and a tan suit and is trying to open a ramen business.
I mean, you gotta pivot somehow.
I mean, I guess,
It's
but
just
like,
good business.
And the
Maybe
way
he
he's
really
done
likes
it is
noodles.
basically by forcing the prince to write him good reviews.
yeah. F this ramen. F for fabulous.
I just love that the ramen has like filet mignon just slapped in it.
You see whole bones in the background too, as well. What if it's just bones in the ramen?
So
Because
as
it's
a fun
edgy.
fact,
Can
you
we
can
or
actually
boneless ramen?
there's actually you can actually do a fairly well hidden side quest to unlock Shadow Ramen in the post games.
Yeah, can I get my ramen, boneless?
Boneless.
Can I quit?
Well, because as we know, the bones are poison. That's what the pin's about.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, you want to go get some boneless ramen after we finish this run?
I would actually love to.
I want ramen. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, so can someone look up, whether or not there are any ramen places open?
It's like 11:30 at night. I'm pretty sure there's no ramen places open.
Okay, but can we go tomorrow? Like actually though?
I'm so down.
I'm so down too.
Oh wow, that crab just
Can
flew
we
over
have
to the
like
other side
can
of the
we
screen.
have like Twee Crew ramen trip?
I'm down if I have time.
Heck yeah.
Yes, you can join audio person off screen. AK Gillen first.
Is there any ramen places near here? Hi, we're just off topic making future plans in the middle of a speedrun marathon.
Not much
This is
going
what
on,
happens.
It's okay.
Calithon after dark, baby. We're talking about capitalism and we're making dinner plans. Great.
Anyway, Neku, eat more ice cream. It's edible. But I've already
It's
eaten
edible.
8 cones this run. Shut up, Neku.
I mean, it technically is edible, so Neku's not even wrong.
You can eat ice cream, contrary to popular belief.
So, the game makes you think that there's like a food preference thing that does something. There isn't. Neku just hates everything because he's edgy.
Yeah,
But he'll
different
get there,
characters
it's
have
okay.
different reactions to different foods. It doesn't do anything though.
It did in the DS version.
Whoops.
Go on.
There was a whole, sync mechanic that was different than the one you see in battle.
Oh yeah.
And I forget exactly what it affected, but it was definitely there, and what food you ate affected that value.
See, it does here too,
Remember that,
but
yeah.
it's not different for different
Interesting.
foods and different characters. It's literally just, hey, if once you finish eating this, you get plus 40 sync.
I mean, there definitely were foods that just gave you sync bonuses.
No, but all foods
As
give
well.
you sync bonuses and bonuses.
Meanwhile, in this cutscene, the prince has decided that he is going to stay true to his heart and only speak his true feelings about ramen. And our boy Kendoy, the Ramen Don's shop, is saved. And so now we can finally go along our merry way to Udagawa, except that was the end
Ooh,
of the day.
that
Oh,
day
well.
takes forever. This
Yeah.
one's less annoying.
Roam
right?
in the
Roman.
streets! Someone claps back there. Someone thinks we're funny.
I'm gonna clap too.
Power to you!
Yeah.
The world ends with that one. Neku
Anyway.
and Joshua just played Tin Pin, just so we're clear on what happened in that cutscene. The day starts and you see them both like,
Screw
and
you,
then they're just
Neku.
playing
I'm gonna go to
Tin
the
Pin.
Tin Pin dimension and practice until I'm better than you. Don't worry, I'm just joking about things that definitely don't happen.
Yeah, there is no such thing as Joshua going to the Tin Pin dimension. That's not a thing that happens at all whatsoever.
But if it was, it should.
That'd be funny. Can we just abandon this run and just play Tin Pin Slammer the rest of the time?
Yeah, actually, when's the Tin Pin Slammer % run?
If Tin
When's
Pin
the Tin Pin
Slammer
Slammer
wasn't
tournament?
so out of the way to do stuff like that and took so long, it would totally have been an incentive.
So we're gonna switch the difficulty to easy now, so that we can get a pin called a Sexy Plus, which only spawns from the birds that show up in easy. These orange birds.
As I mentioned earlier as well too, the category is common race is normal, and this is the one time in the particularly in the rules they can switch to easy. Back after this, switch back to normal.
Rest in
Yep.
peace.
In fact, if we forget, we invalidate the run.
Yeah.
So don't forget.
Hey, switch
Very
back
nice.
after this fight.
Armasamane evolved into a Nenakiri, which is better. Yeah, switch the difficulty back. One thing I've been meaning to mention about combat for a while, and we just keep going on silly tangents, but it's not really time sensitive, so whatever. So we've already mentioned how I cannot take damage. Only she has health. Another thing that I can't do is scroll the camera. The camera is all based around Neku, and so therefore, over the course of running this game, I've actually sort of learned to just track enemies off screen.
Ah, heck, I need to run from this.
That's bad. We need to get a 4-chain here, which can be kind
Yeah,
of tough.
that's for the Reaper wall. This is one of those places where it's not actually guaranteed you'll get what you want, but it's basically impossible for that not to happen. We got Joshua's nag. When you run away, you can get nagged by your partner character.
There we go.
Hey,
Got him.
That was a really annoying setup of where those spawned, unfortunately.
So this has to get time for donations in that case. If we have any.
So what are those that are being sold in the background over there? They look like sandals? You scroll, yeah, there. Up there in the corner.
No, those are socks, by the looks of it. Audio music.
The
Make sure the
stream's
stream
back.
doesn't go down again.
Sorry, Shasta.
Shoutouts to the stream gods.
It's okay, we kept Mr. Mew. All right, let's get back into it in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Oh, we don't have. Okay, there we go.
Anyways, I think we were talking about these socks. Yeah, there are shoes over there.
Yeah, they look super comfy. I definitely want to buy some of those, especially for, you know, 2,000 yen at most.
Oh, wait, no, that was my sign. Sometimes it's confusing.
Oh,
Nah.
Copper snuggling with Mr. Mew.
Oh, that's so good.
Don't get distracted, we speedrun.
Oh.
Oh, hey, you're back. The Twitch gods will let you return.
Hello, I'm back. Just like that stream.
Hopefully the
Wow,
thing-
Shasta, you won the game and came back from the dead already?
Already, yeah.
Wow.
It took
With my
Neku
partner
3
and
weeks.
myself?
I mean, 2 weeks, obviously.
2
There's not
weeks.
more weeks.
Yes.
Joshua ate his hot dog, Neku ate his ice cream.
Yeah, I can't believe the stream was down for that long.
All right, so more ice cream for Neku, more hot dog for Joshua.
Last hot
It'll
dog.
have to do.
Yeah. It'll have to do.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Calithon 2019 benefiting Direct Relief. We are getting very close to $5,000. Keep those donations coming in. We have a bid war currently going for the next game after this, Dead Rising. You can either choose an outfit, bid war, clothes, or hats. Coming up, please bid on that. You have time now. Coming up right after this.
Just clarify as well too, that actually the clothes and the hats, they're both like separate bid wars, and whatever combination wins will be worn during the run. So we use some very silly stuff like Mega Man helmet with
Mega
like,
Man
a dress,
helmet plus
for
dress
instance.
is the only good combination.
And no
just
one's
so we're
donating
clear.
for those, so please do that.
Yeah, get in there. This is your chance.
Yeah, you can customize the character next. That's me, great.
So here's the funnest side quest in the game. So we've already met Sevens. The one in the red hoodie is Tenho. The one in the black hoodie, I don't remember his name. These are the 3 members of the metal band that was mentioned earlier, Death Smash. They lost their microphone, and now we have to help them find it. So we get to play a little bit of Ace Attorney here. They won't let us go to Utagawa until we help them solve their problems. Because midweek too.
Does this mean Neku gets the shout objection?
Yeah,
No.
actually.
Anyway, this part of the game is very annoying.
So we have shopping at Molko, and then we don't shop again until we get to Shibuya.
Need a little more money.
Yeah, we're going to start to be big spenders towards the back half of this week and then into next week. But basically now we have to go around and go find each of the band members and interrogate them, and also go check out the scene of the crime. again, we're playing Ace Attorney now. That's just how it goes. Sometimes you're, sometimes in order to resurrect yourself from the dead, you have to save ramen chops and play Ace Attorney.
And
You should play Ace Attorney. It's good.
How much Ace Attorney have you played?
I finished 2 cases. I'm like most of the way done with case 3 of Ace Attorney 1. I'll get back to it someday.
Those games are very good.
Those games are very good.
There's Soto and now. Sota and now. You'll note that they were in week 1 in the real ground, which means unfortunately between then and now they died. But
They're very, very nice people.
they're really good.
I appreciate them.
Shoutouts to dying last week.
Shoutouts to dying last week. It was a popular week to die. I mean,
Apparently.
all the cool
Try-
kids did it. Rhyme did it. Soda and now did it. Shasta did it.
I
Like,
did.
No, you
I
died
did.
this
Alright, so we're
week.
gonna go to D&B and buy cool stuff.
No,
Or no,
we're
we're
gonna
gonna go to
go to
Tiger
Tiger
Punks.
Punks.
I'm mixing up my shows. We're gonna buy Mohawk sets.
2 Mohawks. What else are we getting here?
And then the denim blouses from those are from D&B.
Hey, man.
So these denim blouses are for another brand wall.
See you again.
See ya
See ya again.
And that's all we're getting from there. Now we're going to stop in the phone booth of love, I say to remind Kaylee to do it.
I
They
didn't
say that if
forget.
you call and confess your crush from this phone booth, they'll always say yes. This
Which
has been
isn't
proven to
manipulative
be
at all.
This has been proven to be false. Because as we're about to find out, the Black Hoodie Reaper called his crush, who, by the way, is Uzuki, which is hilarious. You find out in, I think, just like a side cutscene later that someone weird called Uzuki. And if you put the pieces together, it's like, yeah, this guy confessed his crush on Uzuki. Uzuki is the pink-haired girl in the, like, weird corset outfit that told Neku to kill Shiki in week 1. She's great. Her and Cuddy, the guy with the lollipop and the orange hair, are queer platonic life partners, and we love them.
We had a very long discussion about this like weeks ago.
Yeah, we mapped out the entire relationship web of Shibuya. It's really, really excellent. You can look forward to seeing our PhD
Now-
thesis paper on it coming out in an academic journal soon.
Interestingly enough about this cutscene, it only plays when you go through this screen transition. So you might think that you could skip it by going around the other way, but for some reason it won't let you move on with the game if you don't watch it, even though it has nothing to do with the story at hand, or the microphone thing. It is kind of important to the overall story though, so it would kind of be bad if they just let you miss it.
Proto, we have a time-sensitive donation.
Oh, go for it.
This is from Violet Moon,
Oh, hi there.
wishing Proto a happy Boar Day.
Board day.
Borb Day.
Boar Day.
Oh, Borb Day, I'm
It's
sorry.
my Borb Day. Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned that. It's my birthday. This is a pretty good birthday present. I decided to make Calithon my birthday present, and then we just got thrown into doing a Twilio run on my birthday. So hey, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Chat, if you really love me, you should sing happy birthday to me.
Oh god.
And also, Violet,
Somebody
order.
who's paying attention to the stream, please let me know how that goes.
also, Violet Moon is donating for Mega Man Helmet Plus Dress.
Good. Excellent.
Anyway, so
So as it turns out, the mysterious phone call from the booth was actually Black Hoodie Guy calling his crush. When Red Hoodie Guy went in the booth, he actually had misplaced his own phone and a bunch of other shenanigans. Basically, what we've now proved is that none of them stole the microphone. This whole side quest is a bunch of shenanigans. And there was a megaphone in there, which is
Sine,
sine,
cosine,
cosine, tangent!
I wonder who stole it.
Can confirm chat is singing happy birthday in the chat.
Oh, thank you, Chad.
Once they're done, they should scream sine, cosine, tangent.
Yeah.
Word by word.
So Katoa.
So, Katoa!
Open up your mind. That track is not on this version of the soundtrack.
Yeah, so Shomi Namimoto takes the microphone and leaves them his megaphone. And he's just like, yeah, that's fair.
Anyway, they're now going to produce a bunch of music with with the megaphone instead of microphone.
Yeah, a really neat thing about the remixed soundtrack is they have a bunch of new songs that are basically remixes of the rest of the songs from the game, as if they were being performed by the band Deathmatch, which includes them using the megaphone for a lot of the songs, which I think is just like a really cool musical touch. Anyways, here's round 2 of these beat fights. Once
Like
again,
round
we're
one.
not quite strong enough. Excuse me, I'm tired. It's late. We're not quite strong enough to win this easily yet, so I'm just gonna distract Beat for fun. Nah.
I'm just gonna keep myself in iframes as much as possible.
How's my aim?
That was my aim.
Beat, language.
Wow.
Okay, well, we didn't die.
He got cut off before he could
He
say
called
that.
Neko a dummy. Can you believe it?
Such harsh
So
language.
Beat's
Wow,
actually
rude.
gonna drop Rhyme's pendant walking off this time. And Neku's gonna pick it up. Anyway, this is really the last area of the map we haven't had access to yet, so we're gonna go into these last couple shops.
Yeah, so we're going to go to Shibu Q and buy 3 sparkling silver, which we're going to use to make a special quest item later. And then we are going to go to the pharmacy, and we are going to buy some drugs to make us stronger.
These are Brave Pluses. They raise bravery and they only take 3 bites.
It's distilled ice cream in medical form. And
It's
so
like
here's
frozen ice
Utagawa. This is the place that we've been seeing in that flashback. Do, 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 do. Also, Minamimoto's here saying numbers and stuff. And he's drawing pretty pictures in chalk on the ground. So proud of him. I'd hang it on the fridge.
Same.
So, if I have enough money, I can save a little time here. Long term, otherwise it's a pretty minor deal, but I'm gonna buy 3 good hats.
Yeah, if we've been doing fine on money, which I think we are, we need about 30,000 with which we can buy 3 good hats.
3 good. No one's gonna.
No, no, he just stopped. No one else is gonna get the joke. Hey man.
Hey, man.
His name is just Guy. Oh, it says Bye. Never mind. Why do I think it's a guy? Anyways.
Talk to Joshua. So we're here at this mural that we've been seeing in our flashback, so maybe we can get some definitive answers now as to the question of whether or not Joshua murdered Neku.
Well, why would you think that? There's been no indication. All we know is that Joshua was there when Neku died.
Yeah, but it's awfully suspicious. Well, anyways, let's see what happens here, and then we can come to some absolutely not rushed conclusions.
Shoutouts to 1080 on the ground.
This cutscene is really pretty, just from an animation standpoint.
God, the art is like, it was so good on the DS. Also, shoutouts to cylindrical guns.
Saving the barrel.
Whoa,
that's the
Joshua's
gun.
pointing a gun at Neku?
What? No, it's not like there
Oh
was
my
a
god, I
gunshot
can't
and
believe
then-
Joshua killed Neku.
No, it's a friendship gun. It's okay.
Oh, I guess Joshua killed Neku. I'm sure we won't see. I'm sure we won't see something proving that he actually didn't.
I'm sure
later.
it's just a Nerf gun. It's fine.
I mean, what kind of gun is a cylinder like
Yeah,
that?
A Nerf gun.
A Nerf gun.
Yeah.
I can't
Shout out
believe
to Nerf. Sponsor us.
I mean, it's either Nerf or nothing.
Oh. We're perfect for this.
And now we've just increased the brand for Nerf.
You could be on the screen, Nerf. Right there, next to 13M Games. We're
Yeah.
also really cool.
We're influencers.
Shall we go on?
All right, so today
No,
we buy the
seriously,
fusion and the
that's the
extra
game
squad.
mechanic.
Exactly.
Neku was the original
Yep,
influencer.
I can't do that till later today, though.
I mean, I guess technically that was
Here's
that was
more
the
notes
prince,
in lower
but you know, whatever.
resolution.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't say
Also,
F
we can't buy
everything
the fusion
for
level.
fabulous.
That's the other route.
Fabulous everything. My favorite verb.
So basically, we just want to walk to Cat Street, but these two want to test Joshua because there's something clearly wrong with him.
Oh, this song.
Anyway, now it's time for brand wall number 2. And no 1 in 13 chance, unfortunately.
Yeah, so this brand wall is for D&B. Same deal, though. We're just gonna unequip everything that isn't D&B and roll with it. This entire day is basically, we're just trying to get to Cat Street. They have put up Wall Reaper after Wall Reaper with more and more convoluted quests to get in our way. Make Dexy.
Yep.
With a Sexy Plus, a Sexy D, and a bunch of unbranded pins. And so once again, we're going to do 2 battles. Just keep it safe. Make sure we get out of here all right. So this set of battles is much harder than the last brand wall. These D&B pins are not very good.
No, especially when all you get is these traffic cones, because what they all do is this. And that, but the ice spike is bad because you only get 1 spike.
How's my aim?
Yeah, I think the upgraded version is something I used in my casual playthrough.
I don't think it upgrades.
There's an alternate ice spike you can get that's better. It's not a direct upgrade though, it's a different pin.
Fair.
Oh, that one's really good, yeah. But it's a wholly different pin.
Though I don't know how did they translate like all the different kinds of pin experience into this game?
They simplified it. There's only 1 type in this game. Or there's only 2 types, which is actually something we found out when doing a segmented run, which failed because of it.
Today I learned that D&B means dangerous buffalo.
Really?
Yeah, it
Wow.
says so on the billboard.
Oh. All right.
With Stratus clothes.
Yep.
Lustrous.
And we can re-equip Joshua.
We have another $20 donation towards the Dead Rising bid war. Leggy Starscream says, Sokatoa, you hexadecimal factors.
Nice.
Going to Mega Man's helmet.
But yeah, go look at the billboard.
No, I want to keep doing the speed run.
Do the fast.
So remember at the very beginning of the game when we bought a ramen we never ate? It was for this brand wall way later. All of these Reapers have weird conditions. None of them are like normal battle stuff. This one is like a bolt from the blue. It's the Reaper
Time
review.
for the Reaper review. This one's all about our boy, Ken Doi, the Ramendan, owner of Ramendan, that store that we saved the other day. So we need to know that his name was Ken Doi because he's our boy Ken Doi the Ramendan, that a Shio ramen costs 580 yen, and that the special item you can get is Insta Noodles.
And this one requires you to dress in Musradis, which is all the worst clothing.
Musradis is basically the Target fashion of this universe.
This one you need
Shoutouts to Target, though.
So this one
Target's
implies
so
that you
convenient.
need to win at a game of Tin Pin.
This is Tenho, by the way. That's the same guy from the other day.
No!
You did it again!
You
What the heck?
lose!
Here's the thing, it's implied that you need to win, but Tenho is so happy that he finally won a game because he's very bad. That he stops caring that he stops caring that he didn't win and just lets you pass, or that you didn't win and lets you pass.
It's like when you
Yeah.
play a game for your little brother and you just throw it on purpose and you're just so happy about it.
It's just like you can't even be mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're going to put all of Neku's equips back on. We are going to put our, total pin set back on, even though this next brand wall is going to change our pins, because the pins we have equipped are still going to get experience. So the gimmick of this fight is, you have to do these fights, but I choose your pins, and then he says, are you ready to shake up your world? Which is your hint that these 2 pins are, do that.
Don't make this worse for yourself.
Don't make this worse for yourself.
Yeah, shoutouts to the original DS version where you can't shake a DS. That doesn't work.
How's my
So what they have in that one is
No one make
the,
a GIF out of that, thanks.
the microphone.
That gets blown to the microphone, right?
Yeah, you like blow or shout into the microphone to get the pins to work in the DS version.
There's no microphone in the Switch version, so therefore, that's what you do instead.
Yeah, and so the text for the DS version said, ready for me to blow you away? Or something along those lines. And then they changed it to shake up your world, which I thought was cool.
Shoutouts to puns.
Shoutouts to puns.
Shoutouts to actually changing your dialogue, unlike earlier, to reflect the new mechanics.
How much have you been paid? Take it easy, RELAX. Would you like to have something to drink? To tell you the truth in this contract, I don't care about anything
There's a little hint that they just dropped that Hanakoma is involved in whatever weird thing Shomi Namimoto is getting up to. Little subtle hint.
Yeah, so Hanekoma says a bunch of numbers, and those are suspiciously the same numbers that Shomi Namimoto was saying.
Of course, if you want to know what that's about, you need to like do all of the post-game stuff.
Okay, so this is our third beat battle. This is the one we're actually going to try to win.
Although, if it starts to get dangerous, we're going to bail because it's not a big time save to win, but it is a little one.
We take those. Gotta save the frames.
You're good as gone.
Yeah, if
However,
you
if I start
have a
losing a lot
bunch
of health,
of minor
I'm
time
out.
saves, that becomes a big one.
Exactly. It all adds up.
Yeah, we are now strong enough to be able to handle this.
Oh, that sign was not mine.
We also dropped sync there, so we're probably not going to be able to do this, but there is no harm in trying because it doesn't slow down. Okay, and we're not going to try to win anymore.
Aw.
It's okay. It's okay. We're not going to try to
Not
win
the
the
end of the
second
world.
time, yeah.
Rip Neku a second time.
It's fine.
F.
We're not going to try to win this time.
For Fabulous.
Yeah.
Don't make
Exactly.
this for yourself. How's my aim?
Not dying here is actually very hard. Beat does an absurd amount of damage.
Is she cursing on my stream?
How's my aim?
I will not be having this.
So one sort of lore mechanic of this game is that everyone has a psych focus, which allows them to do the cool pin moves. Neku's the only one who doesn't have one. Neku can just use any pins in pretty much any way.
Well, Neku's Psych is the player pin.
Yeah. So Shiki's psych, for example, is Mr. Mew. Joshua's is his cell phone. Beats is his skateboard, which I think is freaking awesome.
Joshua's is totally his cell phone, and he's not faking it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Mhm.
And we'd never lie to you about lore details.
Oh,
Ever.
of course not. We have never done that at any point in this run.
Anyway, so Hanakoma turns out to be this artist Cat that Neku is a giant fan of, and Cat and the player pin is Cat's design, which Neku doesn't like because that means that Hanakoma is kind of responsible for this, and the fact that Hanakoma, because he trusts Hanakoma, and the fact that Cat is and he likes Cat. There's a lot of stuff with Cat and Neku and like why Neku's such a big fan of Cat, but that's all post-game content that if you want to find out, you're going to have to play the game or just read the wiki article.
And trust me, please play the game. It's worth it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, some of that post-game grinding got to me eventually, and I eventually gave up and just read the wiki articles, but, like, it's definitely worth doing.
This game also has like a tease at a sequel built in if you've only played the DS version, so hopefully that actually manifests as something.
I really hope that happens eventually, especially if this version came out last year.
next time. Good
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for that sequel to get announced, and I'm really hoping for it. They set up a really interesting premise
Agreed.
for the sequel, and I hope it happens, but we're not gonna worry about that right now because we're gonna go look slightly to the right. Remember on day 2 when we didn't look slightly to the right?
It's time. We have earned our third eye and can now see to the right.
It's like Zoolander, but opposite. I turned left.
Now, no one noticed this thing earlier.
Yeah, no one noticed this like massive barbed wire scary snake symbol thing. No one bothered to look in that direction. Oh no, more noise. So this is more of this taboo noise that we've been fighting on occasion. Again, there's a really strong... The thing with taboo noise and lore is that they will actually hurt Reapers, which is why they're called taboo noise, because, you know, they're like evil.
Now, we don't actually have to win this fight, but it's faster to do so. It's a little easier than the beat fight, but it's not easy. We dropped sync, which means we probably won't be able to get it, but we're building sync back up very fast, so it can happen. Unlike the beat fight, we're not at nearly as much of a risk of dying here. Yeah.
Yeah, not quite.
It doesn't really
the
matter
real
that
determiner
much.
with actually winning that fight is how good I am at picking up objects. Oh, hey, by the way, Joshua has cool laser powers that he's been hiding this entire time.
Something else we learn right here is that Remember how Joshua could see the game and dead people? What? Yeah, Joshua isn't actually dead. He lied. That's why he doesn't have a player pin and we can read his mind.
But he also can cast Holy.
As it
Yeah.
turns
That's what
out,
Neku said.
Yep. As it turns out, you don't actually need to be a player to play. You just need to partner with a player.
Joshua is the only bad white mage.
It's not much of a white mage.
Stop making me think about Final Fantasy XIV. I need to focus on speed running. Ugh.
Oh god, we've played a lot of Final Fantasy XIV lately.
Player focus on this Square Enix game.
Yeah, shoutouts to Final Fantasy XIV, the second best Final Fantasy after this one.
I thought this was a Kingdom Hearts game.
I mean, that,
It's the crossover.
yeah. Final Fantasy is the crossover of Kingdom Hearts minus Disney.
Where are you going?
This way. Eventually.
More taboo noise. So today's day 7.
Day 6.
Oh, right, it's day 6.
You're good as gone.
I literally always forget about day 6 of every week because day 6 is incredibly irrelevant every time. So yeah, I'm levitating Joshua now, and I have cool laser powers. Check this hot stuff out.
How's my
Who's next?
I can
Anyway,
still pick
so-
up cars, though.
So we defeated those,
It's got some rare metal.
which is good. I also forgot to put a pin in there, but that's fine. I'll do it now. So another one snuck up. Someone saved us. Neku thinks it might be beat. Spoiler alert. It actually isn't beat. This game does a lot in terms of like messing with your expectations. It sets up a lot of cliches and then doesn't actually fall into them. It's very, very like that's a lot of like that's a really cool thing this game does with kind of the way it does twists. Anyway, we now get to choose whether or not we want to save a bunch of Reapers, and guess what we're gonna do?
We're speedrunners. We're gonna kill the animals.
No.
Well, rather,
Not
in this
the
case, we're gonna let
animals.
the animals kill the Reapers. The one unfortunate thing about this is we miss out on one of the better lines of dialogue in the game. After this screen where we have to save Soda, and now you don't get a choice
Yeah,
here.
you have to do
You
that.
have to,
If
and
you
like,
say
why
no-
wouldn't you? Soda and now are so good.
If you say no, Neku goes, "What am I talking about? Of course I'm gonna do it." Now the thing here is that Soda is definitely gonna die in 7 minutes regardless, because Now just died, so he's got 7 minutes to live.
But we're gonna do this anyways, and hey, I have cool laser powers, so like,
This is actually a very annoying fight because Craps can block and waste a bunch of your time. Oh, thank you, Craps, for grouping up like that, buddies. Not to mention against the wall where it's super easy to trap you between chains.
teleport. Teleport. I love laser Joshua.
That was a nice distraction.
All right,
That was a nice distraction.
Neku's last ice cream is coming up.
No.
Yep, now Neku's only gonna eat pills.
Neku and ice cream. Never a better pair than that.
Well, I mean, if he needs the pills, I'm assuming there's some form of lactose intolerance involved.
Yeah, he's been eating nothing but ice cream for weeks.
There is just over an hour left for the bid war for Dead Rising. Check out the rewards that we have available during your donation. PS4 Spider-Man bundle, Disney Park bundle, a lot of great prizes up there for your donation. Check it out.
If we donate over the set amount there, you'll be automatically entered into the giveaway for those. So for instance, if you donate over $100, and we enter everything below that, and also the Disney Park giveaway, or Disney Park pack giveaway, which is awesome. It includes 2 tickets to Disneyland, or any Disney Park out there, really.
So even if you don't save Mizuki and Karia here, they
They'll
still
be
Yeah, they
fine.
actually just leave. They're legitimately fine.
Yeah, so the one sad thing about not saving the Reapers is that you get a really great line of dialogue for saving Uzuki and Kadia, which I'm not going to spoil. Go play the game. This is the best song in the world ends with you.
Agreed.
And because this boss fight is kind of easy, you'll hear it for like 10 seconds. Done.
Rest in peace.
Those are great 10
Rest
seconds,
in
though.
peace.
That was a nice distraction.
God, Joshua's smug. I hate him. I love him.
I feel like you're insulting Proto here, not gonna lie.
Tell me who you are.
Joshua
Sentiment
is such
remains.
a good trash boy.
He really is
Yeah.
a trash boy, but we love him. I'll correct your standard deviation from the mean.
Also,
Anyway.
you're totally missing me do the Minami Moto poses.
Dang it.
You'll have to watch the VOD later.
They're good.
Anyway, it's now time for day 7, and something's up here.
Beast
First of all,
on the
it's day
prowl.
7, but the mission mail we get is very clearly not written by clearly not written by Show. It's also asking us to go to Cork City, a location that the game master definitely doesn't actually want us to go to.
Wait, it's the remix version. What the heck? Oh well.
It also gives us a little hint here that in Pork City, whoops, in
Deeds.
Pork,
You need to put another pin in that deck.
I want the in
Force
Pork
rounds?
City, on certain floors, only certain brands of pin work.
Yeah, there's one floor for every brand. We're only going to see the first 2
Now in
in
post,
New Game, but you can come back in New Game Plus and do all 13 floors. It's extremely miserable because 90% of the enemies are these same golden frogs that have a ton of health.
now there is a little cheat you can do for it, as we're gonna do here. Is that unbranded pins are good to go on every floor. So we're going to take advantage of that. We are going to also use some of those D&B pins because one of the floors is a D&B floor. So we might as well just build on that, especially because we don't have that many good unbranded pins anyway.
You need to talk to the guy.
Right. You need to talk to him twice.
Yeah, but basically each of these 2 floors, we're just going to kill a couple orange noise and then move on with our lives. We can chain these 2 on the left, and then we're going to hit 1 more on the right, and then head on up.
Then I'm going to turn my level up and leave it up for almost the rest of the entire run.
So we're in the imaginary number realm right now, just so you know what's going on with the background. That is an important plot element of week 2. No, I cannot explain what it means. What do I look like, a math nerd? Glares at Leggy Starscream.
You say you cannot explain, like, you say it's an important plot element. I still don't really understand what the imaginary number realm is, even after all of this time.
An imaginary number is what you
Laggy.
get by taking the square root of
Laggy.
a negative number.
Leggy. I have a degree
We are
in
playing
electrical
video
engineering.
games
I know
here.
know what an
I want to
imaginary
worry
number
about this.
No, you don't.
Okay, fine. Fine.
As opposed to the real number realm, which...
Go on.
Watch yourself.
So, given the importance of the brands and how there are 13 brand floors in this tower, have we talked at all about what all the different brands are?
Yeah, we mentioned it. They're the zodiac symbols.
Yeah.
They're each based off of one animal of the zodiac.
It's a nice little touch.
Including the 13th cat.
Yeah, so the cat brand is, oh gosh, I forgot. I think it's just Gatito, kitty.
Yeah.
If you don't know Spanish. And none of the pins for that brand actually do anything. They're like weird cryptic riddles you have to solve. We never bothered. Because again, you can just use the unbranded pins. Why did you talk to him again?
Because you have to. Or did I do it 3
You
times?
talked to him twice.
Whoops. Oh well, doesn't matter.
You talked to him the second time 2 times.
It's like 2 in the morning where we're from, is the reason that happened. is my
Yeah.
honest answer.
Oh my god, this like army of penguins over here.
The march of the penguins is underway!
It's Madagascar.
That was quick.
Teleport! Teleport!
You having fun?
Yes, I love laser Joshua. Oh, cursor glitch. That's twice in 1 run, which is kind of surprising and kind of annoying because I wanted to be able to grab this motorcycle during the buffer. You can buffer inputs in the beginning of a battle / while a pin is recharging. Which is like minorly useful combat tech. Screw that frog in particular.
So after this next fight, I'm gonna turn our level up, and it's gonna stay.
That was a
Yeah.
nice distraction.
Did an Innocence Beam just drop from, or the one before Innocence Beam? Well, I've never seen that happen.
A super fine beam? I didn't see one.
I might have missaw. I'm taking the car, it's mine.
Fine, I guess I'll just use my laser beams.
There! Yeah! No, this is quick.
Sometimes something you might notice us doing is firing off attacks at the end.
That's how it's done.
When we're chaining, the reason we do that is to drain pins before the next round, so they'll start recharging.
Yeah, I usually just do it for swag, though. I just like firing off laser beams all over the place.
Swag,
All right, so a
comma.
couple things we need to do. Turn up our level. Remember to re-equip the pins
Oh my
that-
god, yeah, it dropped a super fine beam.
It's weird. Well, we already have one.
That's real. That must be a really rare drop. Yeah, we're going to take off Joshua's leather jacket because we're giving it to the partner for the next week that we definitely don't have. You switched your pin set back, yes?
Yes, I did. I forgot to during practice, and it was a huge pain.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
there's
looks
more
like
to
we're
this
getting
cutscene.
more. Looks like we're getting. I mean, I'm not sure what they could do. Like, I mean, we know Joshua killed Neku. We saw him literally just shoot him with a gun. Like,
Nerf gun.
I mean, maybe. Let's see.
Love his like crazy face there.
This cutscene is just so well done artistically. Oh my gosh.
Agreed.
Yeah, see, Joshua killed Neku. Wait, what?
Nothing's happened yet. Why did you say wait what?
Look, I'm tired, and I'm trying to do the gag of not knowing what's going on in the speedrun, despite the fact that we've played this game at least like 20 times.
Oh, what? Wait, what?
So
Oh wow, Neku's not dead. And now Shomi Namimoto's pointing a gun at Neku.
We've
I
played
can't
this
believe
game.
Shomi Namimoto killed Neku. Anyways, it's time to murder Leggy Starscream.
so that slow.
So Zenithlow! Yeah!
Half-baked hectopascals?
Infi!
Get ready for lots of Shomi Namimoto shouting. So the way this fight is going to work, Sho is going to spawn some taboo noise. First, we're going to kill it. Then after a couple of phases of that, he's going to come onto the battlefield. Basically what we want to do is get our sync up to a nice chains. Holy moly.
Yeah, I got them trapped in there.
Also, oh my
Ah,
god, this
jumped.
music. Ah, so good.
Inverse matrix.
Inverse matrix.
And so basically what we're going to want to do when Sho gets out on the battlefield is get our sync up really high and then hit him with our sync attack. Because again, the sync... Oh!
No, we got it, we got it.
No, I think we lost our sync before it happened.
I don't think we did.
We'll see.
find out by
This
how
is
much
Joshua's minigame. We need to count to 3. As you can see, we're pretty horrible at it.
It's actually very hard because of the backwards numbers. And unlike Shiki's, it's very, very difficult to actually split attention on.
Wow, I'm very tired.
Yeah, that one's hard. Yeah, we'll see by how much damage we did.
Shoutouts to
no,
Joshua's
we were 2.0
minigame lining up with Sho's gimmick, which is really funny.
That's slow.
That's
A
slow!
little fun fact about
You're
this
out
boss
in
fight
vector.
in the original 3DS version is that you can
You're out of your
actually
vector.
do so much damage in New Game Plus with Joshua's sync attack that you can overflow the damage so that you heal him to full.
Whoops! Rest in peace.
Why, we're coming up an hour in estimates? Holy crap. A whole hour in estimates.
Yeah, I mean, that's the video game, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean about that RNG if you had to have that hour of buffer in there.
I am victorious!
But Neku,
But Neku, I thought you couldn't afford to lose.
give up on yourself.
And you
T-pose.
Give up on the world. And Joshua T-poses his way into the Beyblade
Do you think the
dimension.
character named Joshua might be a Jesus? And nah.
Nah. Did you just...
I T-posed Mr. U.
So yeah,
Look at that.
Joshua, you're supposed to think that Joshua died there, but no, he just T-posed his way into the Beyblade dimension where he's going to train to beat Neku at Beyblade.
The worst part. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yo, nice Mega Man helmet is winning the bid war now. Fantastic.
Anyway, we're on to our last week, which is actually the fastest week, because it's a lot more fighting and a lot less cutscenes.
7 days left. You'll say I do that voice really well.
You do.
Yeah,
I'm
Thank you.
impressed.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, right. I need to,
Thousands of tears later.
So here we have our next day, and what's happened here is that, see, Neku, the last game was considered invalid because Joshua cheated. So they're doing a redo, but because of the redo,
Sup, I'm your cool punk partner now.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Same.
Because of the redo, Neku had to give up a second entry fee. And what the entry fee has turned out to be was, what's the most important thing to Neku? Well, in order to win the game, he needs a partner, which means there need to be other players. So they took all the other players as Neku's entry fee.
It's like sort of a jerk move. There's like real technical little loophole there.
But remember, you don't actually have to be a player to partner with a player. So Beat is gonna give up being a Reaper and partner with Neku now.
I have a skelly.
Yeah, that thing, which probably isn't super visible on your computer screens at home, actually looks a lot like Beat's thing.
Somehow this closet Beat cosplay turned out to probably be the most accurate one.
Well, except for leggings.
I mean, to be fair,
Nice chains.
Shiki's outfit is kind of elaborate and ridiculous.
Yeah, Shiki, I didn't even bother. It was just like, yeah, I'll just wear a red t-shirt. It'll be good enough. Anyways, so once again, I get a new character to work with. Once again, more difficult than the last one. Also, I have no sleeves now, which is pretty neat. So Beat's going to be riding around on a skateboard. I'm going to have to be very dynamic with my movement. I'm going to be very aware of where I'm positioned on the map, and the pin movements that I'm going to be executing are going to be a little bit more complicated, but thankfully a little bit more reliable than Joshua's, which have some issues.
Beat starts with an absurdly low bravery. So Beat basically can't wear any of our gear yet.
Nice.
Shoutouts to Beat's noise friend.
Yeah, we'll get into what that is later. Spoiler, it's Rhyme.
Oh.
Wow, spoilers.
For like 10 minutes from now. What we're gonna do with Beat here is we bought that Bravery Plus, which is an instant huge boost in Bravery, which will make Beat able to wear most gear.
So, Beat has decided we're just going to book it to the Shibuya River and go beat the composer's face in, just like right now.
Big mood.
But what we're gonna have to do for these Brave Pluses is that,
We need to get 3 fights on the books real fast.
and the pig fights here are very easy and fast. So we're gonna get 2 of these fights right out of the way by fighting these pigs. Big drop.
Of course, game.
You know what? We'll wing it. We'll get this stuff digested faster and fight these 2 instead, and then the pig.
Do we not need the stuff from the pigs?
No, we do not.
Isn't it Tektite that
We
we
don't
need?
need any Tektite.
Alright, hi Cursor. Can you, not do the whole, being in the wrong place thing? Thanks.
Shoutouts to on-the-fly routing.
I mean, if we're already in this fight, we might as well, you know.
Ready for a beatdown?
Yeah, so I get to skate around now, which is pretty neat. Beat's moves all revolve around cool skateboard tricks.
I don't think so. Come and get it. Whip hard, hard.
These mole enemies can be very annoying. They like to duck into the ground and stuff. You can knock them out of their holes, or just keep them stunned in them.
Hell yeah, that was
Alright, well the benefit to that is that now I can fight the pig here. And then Beat will have digested his food and we can go straight to equips.
So this is the multi-pig.
These pigs all share 1 health bar, even though they are many pigs. So the idea is to just group them up and try to hit them all.
It's a pig literal system.
hell yeah, that
So
Oh yeah,
although
that was tight.
That was tight.
Now, a couple of things. Neku's done eating for the run. Beat's gonna eat the remaining 2 hot dogs. I'm gonna put all this good gear.
Yeah, but he can wear everything. He can't wear the king pendant yet, but we'll get
We
there.
don't have the king pendant yet.
Yeah, we're coming up at the end of our shopping route. So this is where all of our hard work and planning is hopefully going to start paying off.
Shoutouts to Beats Hat, San Francisco. Shoutouts to California.
Shoutouts to California.
Who would ever go to
California.
to play the
I was
World
about to do that.
So Beat just tried to punch down that wall. Beat actually has the key to some of the Reaper walls. We're actually going to be collecting keys to walls this week instead of like beating wall Reapers. Beat actually was able to punch down the other walls instead of using that key.
This is our new game master. Her name is Mitsuki Konoishi, and I love her.
She is incredibly terrifying.
I love her.
Yes.
She is goals.
Less than an hour to go still on the Dead Rising bid war.
Speaking of goals,
Speaking of goals,
Speaking of goals,
Mega Man's still in the lead, but you
Good.
can influence that if you want.
Yeah, definitely donate to keep Mega Man even further in the lead.
Exactly.
or shake things up. I'm just saying.
Or prevent others from shaking things up.
Exactly that too. Lots of possibilities.
Choose your own adventure.
Lame.
so yeah, combat with Beat is very like dynamic and very fast and frankly really hard. But I've done a fair amount of it, so I'm pretty okay at it, I guess.
I successfully never hit Let's Do That Again for the entire run.
Yeah.
Hooray!
If you hit the other one, it goes through these partner tutorial fights a second time.
You
And
don't even get, like, bites or experience for doing those.
And so that guy who we haven't introduced yet, his name is Shades. I don't remember his name. His name is Shades. He's the conductor, who's basically the right-hand man to the composer.
Musical references.
Sensible.
Sensible.
Sensible. 6 days.
Please do that every day.
Will do.
Dawn of the second day, 144 hours remain.
Dawn of the second day.
By the way-
144
Oh, that's. I was like looking at
hours
the camera. I was
remaining.
like, what's the weird color patch underneath my outfit? Calithon badge.
Calithon.
California.
So, Shasta, we don't have a Reaper review this week. Is there, like, a Calithon review?
I can do that. I'll see if I can do anything.
Oh, also, this
Mitsuki
noise is
Konoishi.
rhyme.
She crumped.
She crushed Rhyme and turned her into a pin. Don't worry about it.
What'd you say?
What you say?
Yeah.
So, something that can start happening at screen transitions after the next screen transition where it's guaranteed to happen is that you can randomly have to fight a Reaper, and hopefully we won't have to.
I got trivia, so.
Alright. So we got some Alright, I need to sell stuff. We got some shopping, so give us the triv.
Alright, did you know that Calithon was originally called Californiathon? We rebranded it back after the first marathon. Like 3 years ago in this case.
Neat.
Yeah. More trivia?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know that Calithon started originally when me and Jeff and 3 wanted to actually go over to his house to a long marathon of just a bunch of games we don't even run in a row. We would call it Dumbathon. I'm not even kidding you.
Neat.
Neat, right?
Nice, isn't it?
Nice, isn't
Did
it?
you know that we are currently
No,
live
none
in the
for
Direct
us.
Relief headquarters, which is also the
Why
charity
did you
raising money
buy?
for.
Why are you buying more of them?
I need 2.
You
Oh,
have
You already
3.
bought 2.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll take this
Thanks a
instead,
bunch.
because we can get the thing.
Did you know that we're live now in the Direct Relief headquarters, which is also a charity raising money for? Direct Relief gives relief to areas affected by disaster, third world countries, areas affected by widespread sickness, etc., all that sort of thing. They're very, very awesome, very useful. You should do it. You should do it to help us out.
They give relief directly, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so what happened there, unfortunately, we didn't get quite enough rare metal. So we didn't get to buy the we didn't get to buy the King Pendant, which is unfortunate. The Wild Boar Pendant has a little bit less attack than the King Pendant, but it's no big deal.
What are the stats on the
The stats on
too
the-
high for you to comprehend.
So now with screen transitions, every time we walk across the screen, there's a chance to have to fight a Reaper like that. The further in the week you get, the higher the odds get. With the exception of day 4, they do not spawn on day 4.
Shoutouts to Beat and his startled noise, which he makes constantly, because he's kind of a little dumb.
By the way, what we found out, what we're about to find out, is that Rhyme is Beat's sister, but her knowledge of that is presumed to be her entry fee.
Some more trivia for you. Direct Relief is active in all 50 states and more than 80 countries.
Sorry, not a direct relief at this Reaper. Direct relief is great.
Reaper's bad, Direct Relief good. They have a mission to improve health and lives of people affected by poverty or emergencies without regard to politics, religion, or ability to pay. Reaper's still bad.
Yes.
Direct Relief good.
Can confirm.
Very good.
If you the more you donate to Direct Relief, the less repos we'll get. So please donate to Direct Relief.
that was
There were way too many L's and R's in that sentence, and I messed up.
Help control the Reaper population. That's really what you're trying to do.
If you don't donate to this marathon, the Reapers win.
I don't think any of the Reapers survived this game.
Attention gamers! Deku Sakuraba needs your help to survive the Reaper's game. All he needs is your 16-digit credit card number, the expiration date, and the 3 digits on the back placed into a donation to Direct Relief. Only you can stop the Reapers, gamers.
Attention, duelists!
So, once again, birds are jerks. Small flying enemies are massive jerks. This fight is impossible. Hey, Beat, wanna please do?
Beat especially
No, bats
has
are
a hard
definitely
time.
just birds.
Yeah,
They're wing crosses though.
Beat especially has a hard time hitting aerial enemies.
Yeah, in every single game I've ever speedran, bats have been jerks.
So, Mitsuki Konoichi kind of did something special. She basically advanced the game to the 7th day instantly. The goal is to find and defeat her. She's hidden somewhere. And because she's initiated that order, Reapers are allowed to attack us, even though it's not the 7th day.
Yeah, she put a bounty on her head, so every Reaper is trying to attack us. Mitsuki Konoichi is hiding somewhere. We have 6 days to find her.
Are you kidding me? We have 100% Reaper running in rate so far.
Please make more donations to Direct Relief. You haven't given them enough money. The Reaper population is out of control. Don't fail me now, gamers.
That is so far 100%. That is some absurdly bad luck.
Yeah, the Reaper spawn odds right now are really low.
I think that was something like a 10, or I think there's something like 10% per entrance or per screen transition right now.
Go figure for the marathon run.
So
we
that
got
was,
really bad luck in our practice run today, and we're like, well, at least we won't have that for the marathon run, but here we are.
Anyway, Sevens is dead.
Yeah, she just murdered Sevens because Sevens gave us a key pin. Anyways, it's time for this fight again. Except it's easier now, thankfully.
Yeah, the boss will change with half a health bar left, which means we can do a little less relative damage to it. Ooh, those were some nice bat spawns. Not to mention our pins are way better. Doing the one cycle is still very difficult, but it's a little easier.
I don't think so.
Got the one cycle.
Nice. That makes up for how
Nice.
poorly that fight went in week 1. Take
that was a really good fight.
Terapus Canor. That's the name of that boss.
Yes.
I know the Twooey lore. That was tight.
Heck yeah.
I mean, Beat's not even wrong. That was a pretty tight fight.
Anyway, that's day 2.
Style.
Period.
I really hope Jaxler is
5
watching right
days
now.
later.
It's like 3 in the morning where
I
Jaxler is.
know. Shout outs to our boy Jaxler.
Jax was cool.
Also, shout outs to Punchy, who was pretty much the main force in routing Final Remix,
We
as
did
well
some of
as
it.
Gippy and Heratamon, who also helped out a lot. Gippy was the one who actually put together these route notes, which is real helpful. Yeah. We're not good at routing, so we couldn't have done it without you, Punchy.
We contributed like maybe 10%.
We
if
contributed
that.
some small things. So today's mission is we have to play Reaper Sport 4 with Uzuki.
But Beat sneezed over.
It was
when-
established earlier that Reaper Sport 1 was a killing game. This was in like a week 1 cutscene between Uzuki and Katia.
One of them was hide and seek. Anyway. Beat
We need to figure out
sneezed
what
over.
Reaper Sport 4 is. Reaper
Well-
Sport 4.
Yeah, Uzuki was explaining and Beat sneezed over it. And Beat has...
Wow!
That's 100%!
100% of the time, you get one every time.
Watch yourself.
That was
I
weird.
appreciate it.
The
Thank you.
vibration on my Joy-Con wasn't working for a bit there.
I think today they're like 15%-ish odds. Wow, this is marathon luck to like an absurd degree.
It's the birthday special.
Thanks, I hate it.
The birthday special lets us play the video game for longer, and at this rate, go overestimate.
No, it's not my birthday anymore, even in this time zone.
That's why the luck wore off.
Yeah, so Uzuki's running away from us. We've decided that Reaper Sport 4 is probably Reaper Creeper.
We didn't get a Reaper in one screen transition!
Yay!
Thank you for your applause.
So we're trying to convince the boss to play Reaper Creeper, but he's trying to stop using Reaper Creeper to solve all of his problems.
Shout outs to Reeble Creeble.
Rebby Krebby.
So, fun fact, the fastest route for this game, which we are not using in the marathon because it's very unsafe, instead of buying a thing we're going to buy in a couple days, we buy an item called the Goth Bondage Cloak, which is really, really strong, but keeps you always at critical health. So it should be obvious why we don't use it. But
It's real hard.
But the first time we encountered it, I called it the Both Bondage Cloak, and now that's just what it's called.
It's the Both Blondage Coke. I even messed it up further in that it's
Both Bondage Cloak.
it's 3:30 in the morning.
Just like your estimate.
Hey.
Shoutouts to the flashbacks of Rhyme being incredibly good.
Rhyme is so good.
Read.
The shoutouts to one of the sponsors to this marathon for the reason I am able to be awake right now.
Let's go. There we go. Let's go, Red Bull.
Let's go 13 a.m. games. Because it's almost 13
Kaylee
a.m.,
embraced the
aka
forbidden
1 a.m., I
drink.
guess.
What's the point of tag if you won't? Wait, we're playing tag? Tag. We kind of jumped over some of the best dialogue in the game there, but Uzuki was like, how you're not even playing tag with me? And that goes like, oh, Reaper Sport 4 is tag? Tag. And so now Uzuki trying to murder us.
Yeah, she got
Big dude.
angry at that. Azuki is kind of prone to fits of rage. Anyway, this fight isn't too bad. You can juggle Azuki fairly easily. She can get out of it sometimes, and you might have to like drag her back in, but especially with the pins I have at this point, all of Beat's attacks can fairly easily connect with Azuki. There's a reason this fight isn't too bad that we can explain a couple days. Anyway, we get casual pendulum for this fight, for beating this part of the story, I should say. And that's a little better than the the pop pendulum we're using, so we're going to switch it out. It's just a slightly better version of the same thing. Anyway, Izuki was aiming for a promotion. Kariya was actually offered that promotion and turned it down because he's lazy.
And so, since Uzuki didn't follow through on her promise of giving us the rhyme pin when we beat her at Reaper Spurt 4, Kariya was like, okay, tell you what, play a game with me, you win it, you get the pin, no questions asked, and Kariya is actually the type to follow through on that, so now it's time for day 4. Give it up for day 4.
And with that, we have a $10 donation from Jaxler saying,
Oh,
He's awake! Jaxler, go the heck to sleep! Oh my god!
A true champion.
I mean, you might as well stick it out at this point.
I mean, yeah, but go to sleep, boy!
Let him read the thing.
Jaxler, they're not even going to let your donation be Jaxler says, you rang? Good luck on closing out this awesome run, friends.
We love you, Jaxler. Aww. Jaxler is one of the goodest boys there is. Shoutouts to SpongeBob's Truth or Square.
So anyway, this game, this day has some puzzles. There's some scraps of paper on the floor that tells you that you need to basically beat up a specific set of Reapers in each room. Or noise, rather. And so you're supposed to do that, or you can just have the puzzle solutions memorized.
Yeah.
Either one works.
Yeah, so basically what this is Kariya said, meet me at Tower Records and you win the game. And so now he has trapped us in here to solve these puzzles.
He also took all of our wall keys, so we can't get out.
Come on! Come on! I can't. Come on!
E623 in the chat reminds you to please have your Reaper spayed or neutered.
Don't wuss out now, man!
Beat ever the eloquent boy.
I can't.
Slam!
I don't think so.
Booyah! Oh, I took...
I don't think so.
Oh, it took me like 3 times to hit it, and then I didn't even get the right line of dialogue. We're falling to the point of delirium sleepiness
It's okay,
here.
we're almost at the end of the run, though.
Half an hour left.
Hell yeah! That was
Beat ate his hot dog. Good job, Beat.
Yay!
Very
Yay, food.
got a sec.
Got a sec.
So you can always talk to your partner to like tell you where to go next. This is the only time you have to do it. Beat needs a new hot dog.
That hit the spot.
Beat, look what you did to our perfectly good hot dog, honestly. You went and ate it. Don't you know that hot dogs are supposed to sit in your pocket?
So what's in this room, but
More puzzles!
I need to pick up another box.
I need like confetti or something. Or maybe one of those party poppers.
Look under your chairs. There's carpet.
Carpet!
Yes!
I've always wanted a carpet.
Oh, you
found
don't
Skittles.
get to take it. It belongs to direct release.
So the second puzzle here is basically we need to kill all the big boys. There's 2 big boys over here. There's 2 more big boys over on the other side of the screen.
Yeah, you can only get them in sets of 2. You can't group them all.
Yeah, because they're orange noise, they kind of group up and stay together. Well, they don't move is rather what I was trying to say. They are in a fixed same position every time.
Come and get it. What? Get out! Have some more. Come and get it. With more.
Some of the late game exclusive music is really good.
Agree. There's also some music that's just in post-game. It's also really
There's a lot of post-game music too. There's so much good music in this game.
This game is really good. You should really play it if you haven't.
You're not up.
Yes, please do that. It
It's
is
up
amazing.
there.
I got it.
I'm tired.
I am too. We can go to bed after this.
Don't you know that as your entry fee to the game, you gave up sleep, the thing you love most in this world?
Look, don't at me like this. You can't just call me out like that on a public stage.
That was nothing.
Apparently, your favorite thing in the world was the game. So your entry fee was the game, so you can't play.
Have some more.
Booyah!
Yeah, so it says here on your file that we Reapers have that your favorite thing in the world is losing, so we'll just take away your ability to lose the... Wait.
Joshua, did you mess with your file again? No.
Hell yeah. That was
And that's puzzle number 2.
So we're gonna open up the box, and inside the box, God, it's stressful to open it just in case you made a mistake, especially because it has this pause. And inside the box, there's another box, and inside that box,
Whoa!
there's an embarrassing photo of SpongeBob at the Christmas party. I couldn't resist.
That's so good. Well played.
Yeah, see, here's where we start to get the really good music. Oh, boy.
Yes. I love this so much.
And then we'll put that box in a bigger box and I'll mail it to myself, and when it arrives, I'll smash it with a hammer!
I didn't realize this was just going to end up being SpongeBob reference hour, but honestly, I'm not surprised.
What else do you do at 3 in the morning?
It's true.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.!
Thank you.
I love you all.
Thank you two so much for being on commentary. Oh my god.
Here, you too.
My pleasure.
Yeah, Shasta messaged me the other day to be like, hey, can I be on commentary? I want to gush about Twooey. And I was like, depends. How fast can you throw together a closet Twooey cosplay? And he was like, well, I don't know, but I have a Mr. Mew plush. And I was like, okay, sold.
And then I just got told I had to be here.
Fair enough.
It's our boy.
Focus.
Focus.
Focus. Focusing. Focus. Focus.
Watch yourself. Have some more. Get out. Come on.
Shout outs to Level Up Beam.
I don't think so. Have some more. You call that a fight?
And that's the end of puzzle number 3.
And this
We
beam.
get
Hey!
That
that
beam is
one
really
that I'm
good.
forgetting.
Innocence
It's a
beam.
kiwi.
Yeah.
It's the death of the millennial housing market.
Wait, it's an avocado?
That was a kiwi,
I
though.
thought it looked kind of like an avocado.
That's
I
a
don't-
kiwi. It had the seeds.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah. Close enough, though. Same thing, really.
Yeah, but what are fruits at 3 in the morning?
Yeah.
They look like pillows mostly. Anyway, this is where Beat and Rhyme died.
Like the first time.
Died. Not a...
Not a race to died.
See, Rhyme was pushing Beat out of the way of the car, and they both got hit. Which, you know, if you recall Beat and Rhyme getting hit by the shark, it was the exact same scene. Which Beat has been beating himself up for letting that happen twice.
Yeah, beating.
I get it.
It's 3 a.m.
Does anyone else want
That's
to...
the name.
So, we get out here, Kaoriya's not here, Beat suggests to scan, and then Neku's like, why? You can't scan Reapers, and Beat's just like, let's do it. And for some reason, everyone is immune to scans. And those red skull pins that we made popular apparently block that, so we can't read anyone's minds anymore, because everyone's wearing one.
See, I told you those red skull pins wouldn't become relevant at any point. Wait.
Anyway, Kaoriya was just like right over there.
Yeah, so now we get to start to get those Death Smash remixes, which I admittedly did not realize were in the original version of the game as well. But yeah, enjoy these remixed songs as we dismantle Kaoriya.
Come and get it. Have some more. Come on! Yeah! Come on! Get out! Get out!
While we have a moment, once again, Violet Moon coming through with a donation. There's a 3 a.m.
Fairly. Anyway, the Karia fight was also fairly easy.
Folks, you're under 30 minutes now. Under 30 minutes to get in on the Dead Rising bid war. We have an outfit for the hat and also the clothes. 2 different bid wars going on right now. You have less
Mega
than 30
Man
minutes.
dress. Mega Man dress.
Mega Man dress being
Don't
the favorite.
fail me now, Twitch chat.
Get those donations in while you can.
Anyway, the reason that fight was so easy was because now we fight both of them together. For part of the fight, one of them's going to try to leave the screen. Depending on how they're positioned, we're going to try to stop them. Nope. Okay, never mind. If they're near each other, we can do twice as much damage by preventing either of them from leaving the screen. But I mean, I guess we still did it because we wound up going for Karia, or Izuki. But if they come near each other, you can, hit them twice. You can stun them both down, and you can do twice as much damage.
I don't think so.
Yeah, once again, to get that sync meter at the bottom, we need to be fighting the same enemy, so we can't just split our attention across the 2 of them, because then we're not dealing more damage. Oh, hi, Uzuki. Thanks for lining up right in my attack there. Really appreciate the cooperation.
Now, I can use my chains to hit both, which does give us a little more freedom, but, I can only use my chains every so often.
I don't think so.
Once again, just casually fighting things off screen. Don't mind me. Yeah, I don't know. He just kind of disappeared.
I think he got knocked off screen.
I'll miss him.
Well, whatever. It worked out fine anyway. Anyway, we're really getting to the end now here. Just 3 days to go.
Get the pin. And oh no, it was a fake pin!
But these 2 were tricked too. So as an apology, Karia gives us his level 4 key pin.
Shoutouts to the one person in the audience right now. We appreciate you.
It's very late.
It's very late.
To be fair,
Show me Namimoto's alive, by the way.
if you live in California, it's not that late.
Indelible youth. 3 days left.
Shasta, I appreciate you.
Thank you. I should have done that earlier. What am I doing?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Hello, Reapers.
To right the countless wrongs of our days, we shine the light of true redemption that this place may become as paradise. Oh, what a wonderful world that would be. Shoutouts to the Japanese
To
title
rid the
drop.
world of devastation, to unite all peoples within our nation. Wait, no, wrong. Wrong mantra.
Yeah, so that's a weird thing to be saying. Also, the text was in red.
Which is different.
Yeah, the Reapers seem a little brainwashed.
Yeah, apparently people speak in text colors in this universe.
We
which
got more rare
happens.
metal. We might be able to get the king pendant now.
No, I don't think we can. But I can check because we have to go there anyway.
Tell me.
We're gonna buy
Come
beat
in.
this thing.
Nice,
It's
isn't it?
negotiable.
Nice, isn't that?
This is the peak piece of equipment for our route. Yeah, no.
No,
Thanks a
I mean,
bunch.
I'd need to de-equip the thing, but yeah, we're 1 short. But that's fine. We're gonna put that on beat.
So now Beat has a cool red leather jacket.
It's a little better. We're just gonna kind of hope we don't get more Reapers.
Reapers.
We're doing okay so far. We only got one. So you can actually get, you're guaranteed to get one at the end of this room, but you can actually get two.
Oh.
Because one of them's like a story thing, and then you still have to cross the border after it.
What
so.
you say?
What you say?
Reapers.
Ah, yes, Reapers. Shout out to Mass Effect.
Shoutouts to that one Mass Effect video.
To right the countless wrongs of our days, we shine the light of true redemption, that this place may become his paradise.
Jesse,
Oh,
James.
what a wonderful world it would be.
Team Rocket blasts off at the speed of light.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Wab effect!
Me out, that's right!
Hey, Beat, wanna work with me a
Man,
little
this is
bit?
my favorite Square Enix Pokemon game.
I hope you're enjoying Saturday evening cartoons with The World Ends With You.
On Friday as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, now
this
it's
run
Friday.
started on Thursday.
Yeah. Which was your birthday?
Oh yeah, I'm 21 now. That's weird.
Hooray.
So you're supposed to read their minds to see the mantra, but you don't actually have to. They're all thinking it, though.
To right the countless wrongs of our days, we shine this light of true redemption, that this place may become his paradise. Oh, what a wonderful world it would be.
Someone better donate that message, by the way.
By the way, I think
Can we just get like please a flood of like just like can we get a $5 donation train rolling just donating that?
Yes,
Heck,
please. You can look it
$1
up.
donation trade, you know, just
I
five.
just
Okay,
a dollar.
So we're gonna do a little fight here. We're gonna do something interesting. First, we're actually for the only
First, we're
time-
gonna stop at
We don't have the. Actually, we do have the.
No, we
extra.
do have the rare medal. So we're making a quick stop here at Shibuku 2F. Pick up this attack sticker for Beat. And now it's time for my favorite fight in the game, the Reaper Repeater.
So I
So
said-
called because there's a bunch of Reapers.
So
That's a lot.
the way this fight works is Reapers will keep spawning. Now the Reapers actually on this day have a chance to drop a pin that we want.
Only
so
on hard.
Yeah. So I set the level all the way down, and there's actually a little thing you can do here. Good enough.
Yep. So this is
Go.
Beat's sync game. We need to match cards and sort of make the chain cascade.
Now there's a little trick, and we're not entirely sure what happened, why it happened. But basically, if you wow, we are doing unnecessarily good at that
Nice.
game. Nice.
Nice!
nice.
Yeah. So the fight is just gonna end now.
Now, there's two possible reasons that could occur. The first is no Reapers are on screen, so it deemed that the fight was over, even though more is supposed to spawn. The other is that that in fact hurts the off-screen Reapers and it just killed everything. We're not sure what it is. We don't really have a way to test that.
But yeah, there's supposed to be like maybe like 10 Reapers or something, and we just. And once again, best song in the game there. And we just got another pin. This pin is the NP Resonance pin. There's a Resonance pin for every brand in the game. We just got 3 of them even. What this pin does is it just amplifies the attack power of that brand. Since we're running like almost entirely natural puppy pins, the NP Resonance pin is really good.
So you can get an encounter after the Reaper Repeater, which I find hilarious. We don't have the thing for it. I think.
All dead. Guess all dead. Warfare. www.deadco.
Psycho.
Hey, man. See you again.
But
Hey,
anyway,
Uzuki and Kari are back.
It's friends.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
they're brainwash.
To right the countless wrongs of our days.
again.
Okay, but how cool would it have been if we could have done that in
Yeah.
sync?
okay, but follow-up question: how cool would it be? This is the same fight, but a little harder. How cool would it have been if Izuki and Karia had a meow?
That was cool.
Uzuki and Katia are basically Jesse and James.
They
Let's
really are.
They need their own Mr. Mew, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Good one, man.
We have multiple donations coming in.
Can you please read all of them individually? Thank you.
To right the countless wrongs of our days, we shine this light of true redemption, that this place may become as paradise. Oh, what a wonderful world with such would be. Thank you, Winterbit, for your $2 donation. To right the countless wrongs of our day, we shine this light of true redemption, that this place may become as paradise. What a wonderful world such would be. Thank you, Lori.
Thank you both of you. You're great.
And shout-outs to both of you.
And we encourage you to keep it coming.
Yes.
Yeah, well, there's still plenty of brainwashing to go around.
We will read every donation that comes
Hey,
in.
I have a great
With
meme
that
to
text.
imprint in
Single
you.
one.
Donate to Calithon.
Agreed.
Wow, donate to Calithon.
That is the best meme.
I'd donate to that.
You donate to Calithon?
Yeah.
Donate to Calithon.
It's a fund that we'll all go into as a donation to Calithon. Don't think about it too hard.
Your donation will benefit Direct Relief, a humanitarian aid organization active in all 50 states and more than 80 countries, with a mission to improve the health and lives of people affected by poverty or emergencies without regard to politics, religion, or ability to pay.
Vanishing points.
All right, so here's this day is welcome to RNG Hack.
2 days left.
So basically,
48 hours
all
remain.
today is we walk to Cat Street and we walk back. Nothing else we have to do in that time. If you've been paying attention, you may realize that what that means is that we have to do a bunch of screen transitions and nothing else.
Yeah, so the Reaper odds are up to like 25 or 30%.
There's one.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hi,
they start to
friend.
get fairly likely at this point. This day is super annoying, and it's why we stopped grinding PBs in this game.
We don't run for PB in this game anymore. We submit to marathons because dang, it is a great time to play in a marathon. But it's just like, hey, you want a PB? What's that? 5 minutes of randomness at the end of the run? Okay, sounds great. Beat, please work with me at least just a little bit.
So, chat, count with me as we find Reapers today.
So far,
Hopefully that's
press
the only
1.
one. Hopefully that's
One Reaper!
Nice.
Press 1 for the amount of Reapers.
The chat
Big
is
money.
counting, but we also have a $5 donation from Scala Kitty. To right the countless wrongs of our days, we shine this light of true redemption, that this place may become as paradise. Oh, what a wonderful world would be.
Big money, no Reapers, big money, no Reapers, big money, no Reapers, big money, no Reapers, big money for direct relief and stop! Yeah! Big money, no Reapers, big money, no Reapers, big money, no Reapers, big money, no Reapers. Nice.
every single
Hey.
Big
one.
money, no Reapers, big money, no Reapers, big money, no Reapers. This one is a cutscene, but we can get a Reaper after it. Big money, no Reapers, big money, no Reapers, big money, no big money, no Reapers.
Oh.
It's because I stopped talking. I'm sorry.
2 Reapers!
Press
Two is
2.
not terrible.
Press 2
Unfortunately,
to
we
pay
still have to walk
respect.
almost all the way back.
To right the countless wrongs of our days, we shine
No, they're
this-
very countable. Actually.
We have another $5 donation to
Yes.
right the countless wrongs of our days. We shine this light of true redemption, that this place may become as paradise. Oh, what a wonderful world such would be. Thank you, Qwerty.
Subarashiki kono sekai.
Thank you very much.
I think what a wonderful
Thank you
world,
all so much.
world is the
Coming,
Japanese
keep
name of
coming.
this game.
Yeah,
It
in
is.
Japan, this game is called Subarashiki kono sekai, the world ends with you. Subarashiki kono sekai does not mean the world ends with you, it means what a wonderful world.
It's also an amazing tile.
Yeah, so shoutouts to the repeated Japanese title drops.
So it looks like Hanakoma's place has been trashed. And Neku is going to use the camera to take some pictures, but Beat wastes them all.
Yeah, that like time traveling.
Proto, I gotcha.
Hey, you're doing
Go
a
for
great
it,
To
you
job.
right
got
the
this.
countless wrongs of our day, we shine the light of true redemption, that this place may become as paradise. What a wonderful world such would be.
So, fun fact, right before the Reaper repeater, you can see all the Reapers hanging around. If you go back there in New Game Plus, one of the Reapers will go, why is everyone speaking in unison? I missed the meeting yesterday. What happened? What happened? Why am I out of the loop?
Anyways,
Poor
let's
guy.
get restarted in 3, 2, 1. Cutscene mashing.
Woo! And we have a $10 donation from Aiko to right the to right the countless wrongs of our days. We shine this white of true redemption, that this wane may become as paradise. Oh, what a wonderful world should would be.
Can I just get like an uwu in chat for all this? Just give me a wall of uwus.
What's this?
No, keep spamming, keep
Oh,
spamming, keep spamming.
That too as well.
I'm
Twilly.
saying-
Also that, put O at the end, or uwu.
So, basically what happened there is we went to go see Hanakoma, but his shop has been ransacked. But we managed to find the, like, biggest key pin, and with it we'll be able to get into the Shibuya River.
Yay!
You're welcome.
Thank you. Wakey West.
We also stole $300 from his cafe,
Yeah, you know,
which I don't really know how we justified, but we did it.
we did it.
Well, I mean, it was in pin form, so it's not like he can spend it.
But he could sell it, and
Yeah,
then
we can
spend
throw it into his inventory garbage and somehow get money for it.
That is actually true. Being a player is very lucrative.
Big money, no reapers. Big money, no reapers. Big money, no reapers.
Oh,
my
this was
god!
To right the countless wrongs of our day,
we shine the light of true redemption. That,
I'm just gonna.
I
I'm
don't
just
even
gonna,
remember
just so,
it.
I'm just gonna say this was absolutely ludicrous. Reaper luck. It was awful.
yeah, this has been some incredible marathon luck.
Also,
Like,
This
thought
is
of-
as bad as it gets.
This has been some of the worst RNG you can possibly get. We've had a terrible luck.
May I please read off chat for 1 second? To right the countless uwu of our days, we shine this uwu of true redemption, that this place may become as uwu.
Oh, what a wonderful uwu such would be.
Stay beautiful, chat. Stay
Uwu.
beautiful.
And on that note, we have a $2 donation from Light Kitty Kara to right the countless wrongs of our days. We shine this light of true redemption, that this place may become as paradise. Oh, what a wonderful world such would be.
Hey, there's a heap of garbage here.
Yep, we're gonna have to fight a boss here, and because of this boss, I'm gonna have to take my. For the last time, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
have to take
we
my
want
difficulty
another
up to
rare
hard.
drop from this boss.
Yeah.
It's him! He's back, you half-blind hectopascals!
You're out of your vector.
God, this fight was really mean to us in practice, so I hope it's not nearly as mean to us this time. Oh wow, we have super good brand luck where it doesn't.
This is
matter.
good.
Your good is gone.
Okay.
All
Your
right.
good is gone.
Did I mention the super rare drop we wanted was Neku?
Okay.
You
Dang!
do not have to win that
Well,
fight.
damn.
Get good music, too.
You can win that fight. It's totally doable. It's a little tough, but you know, hardly impossible. But it's way
Right.
faster to lose it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones you grind in the post game for like
The
Yeah,
last
the
day.
materials.
Yeah, you get some good drops from that. There's also easier ways to fight bosses than having to go through the story segments in the post games.
True.
You basically can fight blue noise.
All right,
which is just
well,
bosses.
this is it. It's day 7 of week 3. We're going to go bust down the composer's door and kick his butt and come back to life and save our girlfriend and go the heck to sleep.
And do our taxes.
She's not our
Oh.
girlfriend. She's Ari's girlfriend. But yeah, there's only 2 more opportunities.
I
to
am
get
just
Reapers.
absolutely floored by how stunningly correct you are. Jesus, how could I have not seen this earlier? They're lesbians. This luck.
Oh, but we got that
The-
super rare enemy.
No, the green foxes are the rare ones. They don't spawn today.
Never mind.
The day 7 Reapers are awful.
Yeah, they take a long time, and they actually have a lower odds of spawning than the day 6 Reapers, I think.
We haven't actually tested any of this. It's just we've played this game a lot of times and have started to notice tendencies and patterns.
They're definitely more less rare before the brainwashing.
That's how it's done.
All right, well, we got one more of those, like, you know, dialogue things for the last time, so let's get a few more donations to that.
Agreed.
So here's a cutscene.
Yeah.
And this is like the dramatic moment. You are staring down the final boss's door. You can do this. Neku has like a reflective side moment, and you can get a Reaper here. We
did
didn't.
not, though.
We're done. There's no
Hooray!
more Reapers.
We're not done with the run. There's still plenty of stuff left.
Yeah.
Still plenty of time to get in those donations
We
to
can
right
still,
the countless wrongs
we can
of
still
our
right
day.
the countless wrongs of our days.
But we no longer fear the Reaper.
Nice.
You cannot get Reapers at these screen transitions.
Welcome to the Shibuya River. It's full of trash.
So
Like show.
Yeah. He's our trash boy. Yeah, so remember how Mitsuki Konoichi was hiding in one place all week? That one place was Beat's Shadow. Once again, goals.
Intimidating.
I
as
too
heck.
want to hide in people's shadows.
Look, I just want to be a scary witch lesbian, okay? Okay? I'll just come right out and say it, okay?
I mean, one of us is a witch, and it's not you.
Why haven't you been teaching her, Hex?
Yeah.
Because it's my brand, and I devalue it.
No, that's fair.
By the way, those red pins are called pins, just so you're aware. Anyway, she lets Show pass because she doesn't really care who wins. She just wants to kind of, you know, piggyback off of the composer. So
Yeah,
Well,
whoever ends up being the composer, she doesn't
anyway,
care.
this is a super complicated fight. It's got like 5 phases.
So phase 1, we need to cast blackness into the heart of chaos. We need to throw taboo noise into this glitch pit.
and,
This is actually decent luck.
yeah, regular noise can spawn here too, and if it gets into the pit, it heals the boss.
I love
Go in the
visuals
pit.
so much, by the way.
This
Speed,
part
you
is-
okay there, buddy?
Speed
Okay.
kind of glitch. All right, once we get it once, you can normally do enough damage to get to phase 2. Phase 1 is the really annoying one because it's
Okay, so
super
now
random.
phase 2, we're up in the sky because anime.
We just have to the yellow one.
This phase is the most straightforward of the phases. We just do a bunch of damage.
Shoutouts to our third persona of the night.
Yeah, her persona is a tigress.
Yep. I mean, of all the characters' personas, hers is definitely the most persona.
Yeah, that's it. So
Anyway,
Phase
phase-
3, only I can damage her,
well,
but I
because
can
my
only
pins have been
damage
taken.
her.
Bye.
I can only damage her while Neku is standing in her shadow. So
Which is
I'm
hard
just
to
gonna
do with these controls, by the way. Precise standing in spots is actually very difficult. Not to mention strikes. So to
Okay,
reiterate,
and
I can
phase
only
4
move
is the
with
easiest phase. Now we have the rhyme pin. So we're going to use the rhyme pin to reveal her from her totally secret hiding place that we can't find.
By the way, we learned in the last cutscene that Rhyme's entry fee was actually her memories. Beat's entry fee was Rhyme's memories of him. Or Rhyme's entry fee was her dreams.
Anyways, we've defeated Mitsuki Konoichi. We finished the game. Now what this means for those of you who have been carefully paying attention, Neku should get both of his entry fees back now. You remember what his entry fee was for week 2?
Cheeky.
cheeky.
Good job.
I did my homework.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks, gamer.
For the record, the video game is not over yet. Just the game in the game.
Yeah.
What's a video game?
I love video games.
I've never played a video game in my life.
Same, but I love them.
Okay.
All right, no turning back after this point.
It's
actually
co-op.
co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait until you
Shiki's
see
back.
some combat. Yeah, Shiki's back. Best
Yay!
girl.
Yay!
Shoutouts to Mr. Mew.
Agreed.
So we kind of just have the gauntlet of Shades fights coming up before the end of the
The
game.
Gauntlet of Shades.
And,
Oh, hey, it's another heap. This was a plot point we never really addressed in week 2. Shomi Namimoto likes to make these heaps. Unfortunately, looks like he got crushed in this one in his attempt to go destroy the composer.
Notice how he's not wearing a hat?
Hey,
Let's
we got
take
his hat.
Now, we actually very specifically...
We got the hat.
Now, we actually
True.
very specifically raised Neku's bravery a lot higher than we would for anything else. That hat is the best item you can get before New Game Plus. This is hard to wear.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It'll be fine. Not a lot left.
Anyway, we raised Neku's bravery just so we can wear that hat for the last few fights because it has an absurd attack bonus.
Welcome to the Dead Gods pad. This is where Shades hangs out.
I would totally hang out at the Dead Gods pad.
Same.
Same.
I love the fish in the floor. They're really good.
That's good stick.
I bet they do really good tabletop nights.
All right, so now Shades fight number 1. This is just regular Shades.
Ready for a beatdown?
He's gonna keep telling us to try harder, but like we're clearly kicking his butt.
There's
So
only one real annoying thing he can do. He has one attack that kind of freezes the screen while he does it, and like where he telegraphs the next attack.
try harder.
Other than that, he can't really do anything all too bad.
Shoutouts to trying hard and being tryhards.
Try harder.
Try hard too. Try harder. Does he have dragon arms?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Shades' persona as a dragon.
Pretty solid, honestly.
So yeah, that fight's pretty. That was good luck. We didn't get a. Sometimes you can get an attack that freezes it for a while. I think that was mentioned. Do we normally do a sync attack there?
No.
Okay.
No. We did an older version of the route.
What was that pin? Can you scroll back up while we're waiting for it to load? Mitama, I don't think we've ever seen that one.
It's a rare drop, but we also don't need it.
We're getting all the really weird rare drops tonight. Speaking of weird rare drops, not a rare drop at all. A guaranteed drop. We just got Lightning Rook, which is the best pin in the game.
They give it to you just for the final boss. And hey, what do you know? We got Lightning Rook. And
Oh no, Shiki got brainwashed. Not Mr. Mew!
Mr. Mew, no!
But Neku breaks her brainwash pin, so she's good now.
Yeah, Nenakiri is now no longer useful to us because there's only 2 enemies left, and both of them it's a really bad idea to stand close to.
Technically, it's only 1 enemy, but like...
Well, it's 2 fights. 3 fights, technically. So we're just gonna do that.
Focus.
Yeah, that door is inside people's brains. Don't question it.
Don't worry about it.
JRPGs.
We have a $5 anonymous donation to right the countless wrongs of our days. We shine this light of true redemption that this place may become as paradise. Oh, what a wonderful world such would be.
Thank you very much for that donation.
Yeah, thank you,
Alright,
Anonymous.
so let's talk about what's happening in this cutscene just to sum it up. So the conductor, Shades, basically made a deal with the composer that he could prove that Shibuya was worth saving because the composer, whoever that is, decided to
destroy it because of rage, hate, and misery. It's a very JRPG villain.
So he decided to brainwash everybody to make Shibuya worth saving. Anyway, the dialogue is faster if you agree with him that all that he's doing is good, but then Neku says no anyway. Anyway.
Oh no, if he destroys Neku's pin, wait a minute. Neku had 2 of those. We learned that 3 hours ago.
And beaten Shiki
Wow.
fine.
Yeah, also beaten Shiki are fine. The beat wagon is here, baby.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha.
And now it's time for Shades' persona.
Snack is a snack.
Snack!
Snack.
Snacky.
Snake? Snake?
Okay, this fight is really fun. I get to play as Shiki. We do this fight once as Shiki and once as Beat. Joshua, once again, is chilling in the Tin Pin dimension.
No, he's dead. He's totally dead. We saw him die.
He died and went to the Tin Pin dimension to play a game to come back to life. You know, it's just games all the way down.
So if this boss spawns a bubble, we want to take it. The bubble will bring you up to like the metaphorical top screen. Again, this game started as a DS game. It's supposed to be a punishment, but it's actually really helpful. You can just stand there and wail on the boss.
At this point, we would probably dodge it just because the boss is so close to death anyway that it's not worth the cutscene. I guess we pop. Oh yeah, at this point, I don't want that bubble.
Yeah, that was a little too late. And now round 2, I do this fight with Pete.
Yeah, it's the same fight otherwise. Actually, I do not want to be standing that close to the boss. Okay, at this point in the fight, I absolutely want to get bubbled. So yeah, basically what this does for us is
we just get free access to the boss to just sit here and be stun locked.
And the boss will not attack fast enough that the fight will still be going. By the way, if you want to look at a treat, go to YouTube and search Infinite Neku Dragon. It's a bug that occurred for us once. I won't spoil anything else, just YouTube Infinite Neku Dragon.
I mean, there is a chance that the Infinite Neku Dragon can happen.
Yeah, it can still happen on the next phase of this boss fight. But it's absurdly unlikely. It has, like, I don't know what causes it. It's only happened to, like, 3 people that we know of.
That's how it's done.
It involves an infinite Neku Dragon.
And
what's not
guess
to
what?
want?
I'm done with the video game.
Yep,
Hooray.
the final boss is just me.
I'm gonna go spam chat more.
Do the thing.
Oh, by the way, Shasta,
What's
I have a reminder I set on my phone from GDQ that says get Shasta a cup of water.
Oh.
I don't remember the context of this, and I don't have a cup of water, but here, have an empty bottle.
Yay! That's a little bit of water in it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I am now quenched.
Anyway, Joshua's alive. Surprise, surprise. Joshua shot Neku, since we're not actually going to get to see that cutscene because we're probably going to cut. Joshua's the composer. They fused. Joshua's basically behind everything and is not a good boy. But he decides to spare everyone afterwards. Anyway, if you stand over here, basically nothing the boss can do can hit you. The boss breaks into these things where you have to do the inputs of the characters to do these little cutscenes. Now, what's fun about this is the game doesn't explain that to you, so if you're playing casually, you're just going to stand and go, what does the game want me to do, and then the boss gets to heal. If you actually do it, the boss doesn't heal, and you do a little damage. Anyway, I'm just going to stand over here, be immune to damage. The only thing the boss can do that can even threaten to hurt me is the red bubble will cause a cutscene. It won't actually have a chance to hurt me, but you know it's slower. It's really easy to accidentally get swept up by it though, so I'm not saying it won't happen.
Y'all ready on time over there? Cool. It's gonna be at the end of this fight. We've got a little bit here,
There's
but
a button I press at the end of the fight, like a big pin that appears in the middle of the screen. Time is then. We're actually very, very close to time.
What do you think?
Yeah, you just have to do all their inputs. This is a really cool sequence. I kind of wish they had changed this fight a little bit for this version, because it kind of feels anticlimactic that you play the whole game through with with your co-op partner, and then it gets to the end of the game and it's like, yep, do it yourself.
I'm here for moral support. Go Kaylee! Go Kaylee! Go Kaylee!
I sure am standing in a. No. Oh, I got hit by the bubble.
Oof, you don't want to get bubbled during this part of the fight.
It's a very minor time loss, but still.
Twister!
Wow, that was loud. I didn't know you could talk that loud.
Are we on time too?
Yep. This final boss song is amazing, and time!
So yeah, Joshua was the composer.
Wow, that run was kind of a mess.
It happens.
The computer shut off like 4 times and we got the worst RNG we've ever seen. But dang, I had a lot of fun.
For the record, the estimate on the layout is wrong. We were underestimate.
Yeah, we submitted with an estimate of 340.
The 330 is from Oro's original estimate, who had to drop unfortunately.
Oro was better than us.
Yeah. And then Neku destroys Shades and saves the universe. And by saves, I mean lets Joshua win his game so he can destroy Shibuya? Yeah. This ending is weird.
That's how it's done.
That's good, though.
Yeah, but then Joshua decides not to destroy Shibuya. Because there's a marathon going on, we're not going to watch all these cutscenes, obviously.
Should we get to the credits? Is that possible?
there's like 5 minutes of mashing before
Never mind then. Yeah, we need to move on.
That's Joshua's normal form, by the way.
Yep. Well, Leggy, Shasta, thank you so much for giving us commentary.
My
Vi, thanks
pleasure.
for chilling out on the couch over there. Without
To
a
right
mic.
the countless wrongs of our days, we shine in the light of true redemption. I already forgot the other half.
Oh, what a wonderful world such would be.
There's a scene at the end of the credits where that we're not going to see where Neku casts off his headphones. And so since we're not going to actually get to see that,
Yay! Neku improved as a human being. Anyways, here's the
Character development.
here's the resolution of this. So as we've established, Joshua definitely didn't kill Neku. You're gonna get some definitive proof here that Joshua did not kill Neku.
This looks so good.
I love how they double back on this twice.
Yeah. They really just give you the runaround. Like, oh, that was the shot that he fired at Shomi Namimoto, which wasn't killing Neku. See, and then Shomi Namimoto points a gun at Neku, which totally means that he killed Neku. Oh yeah, and as it turns out, Joshua's God, by the way.
Yeah.
We knew that now, but like, yeah, that's what happens here. And then Sho is like, nah. But wait a minute, then who killed Neku?
Yeah. What a
It
jerk.
was Joshua all along. Ding!
Neku was Joshua's like chosen entrant into the game.
Shoutouts to
3 weeks
JRPGs.
later.
Anyway, I'm gonna keep mashing, but
Thank
we
you,
can cut away whenever. Thank you. Thanks for running with me, Proto.
Aww.
This is my whip, and I love her.
This tone is very on par with what's happening on screen.
Yeah. Meanwhile, as Joshua and Neku have a gunfight to the death. What's up, cool? What's up, hip teenagers?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to ProtoMagicalGirl and Witch's Hex for The World Ends With You. With that, folks, we're going to take a quick stream break, but you can still get those donations in. We're really close to $5,000, and you can still bid during the bid war for Dead Rising, the outfits, the clothes, or the hats. But we're going to shut down the stream for just a second so we can restart our PCs.
Thank you for watching, Tui. Watch Metroid on Saturday
afternoon.
I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Also, watch everything else, because this marathon's great.
Donate to Direct Relief. Hi, Leggy.
Go to bed, Jaxler.